words too authentic to constantly do what I do and augment it. Y'all talk a big game, can't tell if y'all meant it. As seconds turns to minutes, the ticking will tell all. Will you hold firm or steadily fall? Will you conform with the ways of the world, or will you give the world everything that you are? Make them fuckers move around you, kinda like sound do. Break out of everything that they had you bound to. You got knocked down, ho, get ready for round two. It's round two. Get ready for round two. Come back, run rap, run laps around these cats, jump back, kiss myself, still keeping me intact. Weird and black, they for that, hold up, steer it back. Weird and black, they revere that, yup, you hear that?
Turnstile, switch it up. Young nigga raised hard, he learned not to give a fuck. Young nigga came far, still never give enough. Coming with the flavor, delicious, so she lick it up. Bust down, stick it up, I put it down, so pick it up. Scud town, saviors, done some till he shift to musk. Stench so stank that the shit compare soft to us. Crud so dank, make your face much dripping, cuz club go shake when the bass gets to hitting ya. They ain't really hearing us, but they gon' feel something when the way is paved clear enough. I don't fear nothing but the fate, is God really not? Well, fuck it, got the world in my hands, and that's real enough. Fuck it, got the world in my hands, gold forms to touch. Might just spend it all one time to give it all to us. Yeah, give it all to us.
Yeah. This that hip-hop body, rock, hardcore, karate, chop, neo-Nazi nasty, not feel it in my chest. How could you wear that name? Must be automatic shame. He's an automatic lame, heard it from the best. Fresh flow, let's go, plus I got a lot of heart. It's necessary when you dabble in this art. Grab canvas, paint picture, use them acrylics, paint a picture so vivid, the people gotta feel it like the Kaaba. Lyrics bear fruit like guava, words spilling out of my brain like lava. Spills out the top of a volcano, and they know that A-Right is not the one to play no. I'm Kano in Mortal Kombat, cause the lyrics like blades. Aim it at your juggler when I'm on stage. Until you heard me spit, homie, you ain't heard rage. On another chapter, so turn a turn. Okay, got that out my system. A-Right on another planet, dog, you must have missed them. When I do it how I do, it's of my own volition. Go make my destination even in the worst condition. My crew's the Blues Brothers, cause you know we on a mission. Eternity of roses I make bumping in your system. I mean banging it and I'm still hanging it. And I got a gang of wisdom, I got a gang of rhythms, I got a lot of soul. I found the pot of gold, I'm wrapping that shit up, gon' sell it to the globe. I got some game to give them, they don't really want, but they really need it. And I want you to succeed, I want you to be free. I want you to remove every obstacle from being what you truly wanna be. I truly wanna see, and I can only lead by example. So here's a sample from me, so get up.
the one drinking beer. I'm just water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game. You're tripping. How you high? No,
Greatest Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in that front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this. Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said. What the fuck?
Upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches.
There always has to be something. If you hit the wrong button, you get something new. Hello, everybody.
We doing like
Back.
a Vegas show?
I don't know what that was. Welcome back to After Further Review, episode 132. I'm your co-host, Jalen Brown.
And our other wonderful co-host, Shaquille Brown.
God damn, I felt like we just became like the Rat Pack or something. Well, I'm, favorite, hated, I don't give a damn. I'm Malin. How's everybody doing?
And I'm your other great co-host that might or might not be in a different country. Lesser.
Yes. Our special first half guest this week, we've got On Nizzle. Shout out to On Nizzle for joining us.
Wait, it's on Nizzle? Damn, I've been saying O Nizzle forever.
Casa.
Yeah,
Potato,
that's
potato.
good. Oh, Nizzle's good.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, thank you for joining us. You want to fill in the people at home, your teams, because it helps to know what your biases are.
Yes, so I say this with utmost New York pride. I am a Giants fan, and I know that's not the national consensus here. I'm a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the things that we've done over the course of the last 2 months.
You and everybody else.
Or so. We've been bringing in some weapons, paying Daniel Jones a lot of money. Does it make sense to me personally? I'd have franchise tagged him if I was the Giants, but
Well, we call him Vanilla Vic on this show. is what his name is.
and a very accurate term. Only I wish that he threw the ball for more yards than he currently does. At least with Vic, you got yardage.
Is he allowed to win animals? Then?
Now, what about like the NBA?
When it comes to the NBA, I have 2 teams.
Oh,
so I have
God.
an East Coast team and a West Coast team. I've seen the Warriors slander in the chat.
Oh,
You
my
know
God.
where this is going. So I'm not gonna say that I'm a bandwagoner at all. I was back in the Baron Davis days.
You might have to cheer for them much longer, to be honest.
Okay, he did say Baron Davis though.
That goes back.
Yeah.
That does go back.
Yeah, so
All right, and then Knicks. If you say
and
the
then the
Heat,
Knicks, I
okay.
do,
Okay,
yes.
this says the Heat.
Listen, man. When we won Game 1, it was orange and blue skies. Yesterday's game, we got ran out the building, but it's okay.
Yeah,
They
they
got to come back to Broadway.
All things come back to
Gotta
earth
come back
eventually.
Broadway.
they put your asses in Zero Dark 30, man. They said, "Fuck the sky, we're gonna nuke this."
Hey, I trust y'all to get at least one back in MSG. So
I mean, we got one,
Yeah.
so what is
on that note, let's take our opening shot.
Yeah, we actually have to because we have to stomach the fact that Shaq and Nestor get to talk about their team winning a game like it's something.
Right.
I mean,
There it goes.
You know, Shaq, if you could just be responsible.
is anything on this show we do responsible?
No. But if you could go ahead and set the precedent. So, all right, so are you a baseball fan at all? Any other sports or just
I am a baseball fan.
okay? Yankees or Mets?
Sort of. It's all about the Yankees over here.
Okay, all about the Yankees.
I can appreciate what the Mets have done. I can appreciate their team and
What about college football?
college football.
Nothing. They only got
It's
Rutgers
tough.
up there.
It's
Hey
tough.
man, something wrong with Rutgers.
Everything's wrong with Rutgers. They're a bunch
I
of
did
cheating
like,
whores.
the
Their
right
names
that
are the
got
Scarlet Knights. It's a hooker with a sword. What are we doing?
Talking about hookers, apparently.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that.
Before we actually get it, not quite yet. Nestor.
Oh, okay.
Nestor has something to say
Yes.
about one of his favorite players in the world right now.
I forget his first name. Ashraf.
Hash brown.
His last name is like Hakimi. Well, this man, so you guys know, he plays for PSG. He's a defender, plays on the wing. Apart from his incredible defending ability on the pitch, he's also a great defender when it comes to marriage, legal marriage and divorces, because this man, his wife wanted to divorce him and get basically half of his money. But Hakimi was 2 steps ahead. He was playing chess, she was playing checkers, and this man had every dollar under his mother's name, every deposit in his mother's name, every cars, houses, everything. So when Hakimi told his wife, "You're all I have," he was right. He wasn't kidding. Throwing that out there. So if you want to protect yourself, in case you want to get married, like I will soon, you should put everything in your mother's name. Smart.
This man, first of all, that was like the best fumbled setup I've ever seen. His new favorite person. I don't even know his name. I don't know who he is. He's my role model now, but I don't know his first name.
Oh,
So,
you know,
Kimi.
every man after that was like, "Hey, mom, you mind transfer every penny into the mother's name?" After that, this man got $3 to his name. He's like, "You want to know where the rest of it's at?"
So I can set up direct deposit to my mom's Chase account right now.
This man has to go to McDonald's and start transferring money back and forth between accounts.
Every man's face when they saw those news was just like, wow.
Got Bank of America right now.
I'm just saying, but if you do that, you better not ever piss off mama. You better.
That's true.
Better not ever make mama.
Mama
mad.
paying off our house in the Benz.
Mom, you show up Thanksgiving, mama's got a Rolls Royce out there. Hey, mom, can we check the books?
I don't worry about that.
It's like, you spent a lot of money, not of mine.
Then mom marries somebody, and then she loses half of your money.
And that's when it goes down.
It's like, God damn it, mom, one job.
All of a sudden, Kimi sounds like a damn idiot.
What is this show really about?
We talk about some sports. I don't even know what we're doing.
Let's get into the first topic of the week. We are going to be giving our predictions for the draft, which will be next week, next Thursday. So, as we're all we're all fans of different teams here. So, we're going to go around and let everybody know who we personally think our teams should be focusing on in this year's draft. Malin, would you like to start?
Sure. So, Seattle has a lot of picks this year, courtesy of one Russell Wilson, who, I don't know if you guys heard this, flipped a golf cart on a golf course in Denver a few days ago.
Well,
yeah, apparently it was in the middle of the fairway because you can't see over the middle. So I heard somebody say that. But no, he really did flip a golf cart. So Russell Wilson's life is not going swimmingly right now, which I'm very excited about. So we do have the 5th pick. We got the 20th pick. We got 2 second-round picks. So, but we still got needs, right? So I'm really hoping in the first round that we go defense.
okay.
Both picks. I want Anderson. I want Carter. One of those in the 5. Don't just trade back. Just pick someone at 5. Don't be cute with this pick. Just get somebody.
I agree.
We also need, yes, we need help on the offensive line. We need a center. We already got a center, but you're not drafting that in the first couple rounds. We need help at safety. We need a backup running back. We could use some depth at linebacker and defensive back also. But to me, really, it's all about the defensive line. I feel like we have with Devin Bush, Bobby Wade in the back, we got a pretty solid linebacking core. Tariq Woolen, who I still think should have been the defensive rookie of the year. We still got him. So, you know, and I mean, we got Diggs, Jamal Adams, God help us. He's going to come back healthy, so he'll be good for 15 minutes. He's a solid quarter. So, I mean, the rest of, like, we just need the defensive line. The Legion of Boom was so effective in the early 2010s because of the pressure that the defensive line would get on the quarterback and the rotation that they were able to set. That's why the secondary was able to play as fast and free as they were, because the quarterback didn't have time to pick them apart. Right. The wide receivers didn't have time to run secondary routes. So that's pretty much what I'm really hoping for. But if we don't come away with Anderson or Jalen Carter, after pick 5, when I'm in Vegas, God damn it, I'm gonna be angry. I want one of those two. Pick 5. What I want.
Shaq, what should your Steelers focus on this year?
I personally believe my Steelers, as much quarterbacks we have, either focus on offense.
Okay.
Focus on offense. Get them.
We just got a wide receiver.
I feel like we need another wide receiver in the case. We have been very heavy, I feel like, on defense-wise with trades and stuff like that. So as much as I want another wide receiver, a tight end, I feel like we're going to go defense again, because apparently that's what we're doing, is focusing on. It's like, since we're not heavy on the scoring and offensive tactic, let's stop people. And I got to look back at my notes on the corner over here.
Cornerback, okay.
Corner.
Okay.
There's a Deontay Banks I was really looking through. If he's still there by that, because I think we got picked 17 in the first round is our first thing. I feel like that'd be great if you're going to be doing all that.
Yeah.
Focus on
typically don't have a pick in the 20s if you don't go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I love how you bring it up that we didn't go to the playoffs. Try to sneak that in there. But yes. I was like, you know what? If you're going to go all out on defense, go all out on defense. Make sure you're limiting teams on scoring, since you're not going to be scoring heavy. And we know when it comes to these divisional rivals, a lot of these teams we're playing are very heavy on scoring. A great wide receiving core, top 5 quarterbacks for the most part, except for the Browns. And we've learned that man can't keep his hands to himself, and that's why we
every week.
I mean, it's not that he can't keep his hands to himself. He doesn't want other people to keep their hands to themselves.
His hands are not the front.
It's what he wants other people to do with their hands. Now, do you guys have like that shutdown safety, like what Polamalu used to be? Do you guys have somebody like that?
What's his face? As close as we got to that, what's his face from Washington that we took from Morgan Brown and Ryan Brown?
Oh, okay. So that's a nobody, because you don't even know his name.
But that's my aspect.
You and Nestor, Jesus Christ.
That's my aspect. That's the closest we got. And we're not gonna be Steel Curtain Days, Palomalo, those type of people coming through making wonderful plays. It's not. We're just limiting yards. We're not gonna be like in the backfield religiously getting these picks. We're just let you catch that ball, stop you short. That's free what we're gonna be doing for the most part. But hey, focus on what you got.
Does not sound like this man thinks they're going to the playoffs.
That was not promising at all.
So if we get into picks during the summer, this man's like 14-3. I'm going to be like, let's remember the whole let them catch it and then tackle them where they
Do
go.
any of y'all think that we're coming into playoffs?
No, but
that's the same. You got
I don't.
Baltimore and Cincinnati to worry about when it comes to things. We are third at best. And the Browns pop off, we last place. It's really
But listen, I'm so stupid. Like, my favorite team is the Seahawks, obviously. And even though everyone else is predicting the Seahawks to win like 4 or 5 games last year, I was still like 9-8.
Because who really predicted Homeboy to come out and ball out? I got Pickett and Rudolph.
Me and G Money did. We were bullish. Yeah. We were like, they're going 8-9 or 9-8, and I said 9-8
because y'all biased. But I got Pickett, Rudolph, and Trubisky over there trying to.
Sounds like a kid's nursery rhyme.
Let's go to Nestor next. What are the Dolphins doing?
Damn thing.
We don't have much to work with in the draft.
Apparently, Tua was contemplating retirement. He just came out.
He should have.
We have like what, four picks, and
that's all you got.
Yeah,
4 picks.
I don't know. We don't need a a quarterback. I know we're saying Tua is like not that it would even matter, because why even pick a quarterback with the picks we have? Why even do that?
Like we
But,
just said, your quarterback contemplated retirement until he forgot about the fact that he contemplated retirement because of his concussions.
Hey, we have Mike White. We have the great white hype.
Great white hype.
I trust
love it.
baby.
He's not Skyler and he's not Teddy, so I trust him a lot more than those two. So I think we kept too many running backs.
Damn thing.
I don't know why we did that.
Yeah, you
I
guys
would love to
re-signed
pick-
Miles Gaskin.
See if we get lucky. I would love to see if we get lucky and take Ahmed out.
I mean, if you ain't got passing game, you need at least a running game.
Well, like they had Miles
Because
Gaskin.
we have the passing game.
Isn't Tyreek retiring after this year allegedly?
No, it's like 2025 when his contract's over. But like the Dolphins did some weird stuff in the offseason. They had a running back, Miles Gaskin, who was a 4-year starter at University of Washington. He didn't play a single down, yet he was on the active roster for all 17 weeks, and yet they still re-signed him. That doesn't make.
I mean,
doesn't make any sense.
We need the cocaine capital of the United States. You tend not to make great decisions on whatever's going on.
Yeah, that's true. 59-41.
Relax. We didn't even talk about basketball right now. We got
Miami and Milwaukee are playing right now, folks at home.
They just hit another three.
So Mel gonna be talking nothing but shit until this game is done. Not like I'm already upset watching this fucking
That
game.
guy looks like he works at State Farm too, and he just hit a three.
Okay, got
I don't even know his name.
got 6 white dudes on the court right now. They
All
can't
down by
make a
21.
dig.
Balling on y'all.
Look at this man, hype. What's his name?
I can't remember.
Exactly.
Othniel, what are the Giants doing?
Oh man, so we also don't have much to work with here.
Jeez.
We got pick 25 in the draft, which isn't too bad.
That's terrible.
We have a
Not too bad.
we have an okay defense. We're kind of small at the cornerback position after losing Julian Love to the Saints. So
Seahawks.
like Jack had mentioned earlier. Oh, he went to Seahawks?
Yeah,
Gotcha, guys.
he's with us now.
This man.
Go on.
If we could somehow get lucky and get Deontay Banks to add on to that cornerback core, that would be nice.
Did I just call this man? They get picked up by us.
I love that we got people fighting over one.
And pick 20 something.
We are desperate.
I love it.
Pennies we need.
So okay, so give me like a little bit of backstory on this guy though, because I don't actually.
Yeah, who's the highly coveted Deontay Banks?
Nobody.
Who
That's
did
the
he go
point.
to?
The fact that we got to
Well,
argue
where-
over my
where-
19th pick going
where
through.
did he? Where did he play college at?
I played in Maryland.
He played at Maryland. All right.
Yeah.
I was asking
And
Shaq because I knew he
nice
wasn't gonna know.
See, the fact that y'all just like pointing out my flaws in the show is the first problem. I don't.
He said we talking sports, but I'm gonna withhold all the information.
This is why I like doing the show remote because I can be at home. I ain't got a clown to my face.
Keep it close to the vest, like he's gonna be in the war room. Yeah.
You don't need to know anything about it.
We don't need your Seahawks picking him.
Continue. Don't let these motherfuckers.
If
fool
Seattle drafts him at 5, I'm gonna be pissed.
you. I hope they do a lot of just pure spite. Yeah, fuck yourselves over.
Yeah, he started 9 games last season. Had 38 tackles, 8 breakups, and a pick. So not too bad. He
Okay.
opted out of the bowl game to stay healthy for the combine. You see, he's got good size, good speed, and we need to beef up the cornerback position. So if we could get Deontay Banks, it would be dope. Also got my eye on Joe Tippmann out of Wisconsin because we need a center after losing Feliciano.
Nah, man, leave him alone. That's someone I want Seattle to get, man. That's like a good, solid late 2nd round pick.
I've heard a lot of common interest here.
Yeah. Knowing the Giants, they'll try to pick him up 1st round. So that's just the luck that we have.
All right. For my team in New England,
Besides Lamar Jackson,
right, besides Lamar,
who do you want?
What else should we go out and get?
Lamar Mama got to work out a Neon process.
3 areas of focus here. I'm saying we need a tackle, Of course, we always need a wide receiver. And I think we need a tight end as well. So tackle-wise, I think we get Broderick Jones from Georgia. If he can clean up his game a bit, and I think that we do a pretty good job developing tackles anyway. So I think Broderick would be a nice fit for us. So hoping that's what we use our 14th pick on right there. As far as wide receiver goes, Zay Flowers, he's out of Boston College. I'm on the Zay Flowers train. His height does not really concern me because shorter receivers have shown that they can excel in today's NFL. If you look at Waddle, if you look at Devontae Smith, hell, even Tyreek is not really all that tall, but
even AB back in the what was it?
Yeah,
like
he was
5'10",
not very tall either.
It was like it's
Yeah.
very good size. So
It would not surprise me if we get him and he suddenly forgets how to play football, though, because that seems to be always how it works with our wide receivers in the draft. Last but not least, Tucker Kraft, tight end. I would love to pick him up. He's out of South Dakota State. Hunter Henry and Gesicki will both be free agents come next offseason, so chances are one of them will be gone, if not both of them. So we're going to need somebody to take their place. Hopefully we can develop him throughout his rookie year. So if not him, just a solid tight end, but it would be nice to pick him up because he's got the modern day Kelsey Kittle type of play style where he's a bit more like a receiver and can really get around, especially after the catch. So yeah, that's my areas of focus, all on the offensive side of the ball.
From South Dakota State, huh?
Yes.
How you guys gonna replace Hightower?
We won't.
Okay, that's real.
Yeah, we
That's
were
real
without
talk.
him last year.
Yeah,
and
didn't do well.
right. So that was like
You're definitely better with him.
right. Our
Made the
defense
playoffs.
wasn't terrible, but it was not our main concern.
Your defense should have been good because you had defensive coordinators, a defensive head coach, and a defensive offensive coordinator. So, and then you had like
It should have
special
been.
teams offensive
Yeah,
coordinator as well.
really,
So you
we
guys,
just had-
that should have been solid.
Everybody was all jumbled around.
Now, G Money did say in the chat that Seattle should take either Carter or Tyree Wilson with then with the 20th pick, take another DL or like I agree with him, DL or edge rusher again at 20, really solidify that up. And I also kind of agree with him that if I gave all my money to my mom, that she would be living rent free in a 2-bedroom Scott Suite in Vegas. It's interesting. And then he went completely different from what Shaq said about Steelers. He says they could use all offense. O-line, running back, wide
Isn't
receiver.
that what I said? That I personally think they should go like offensive players though.
He did say that.
But I was like, knowing my team, they're gonna go all defensive type of tactics going on.
This man said they need to go all offense, but let me talk about the defense.
corner.
They need to get.
But here's my thing. I said I believe they should
Yeah,
go all
that's-
offense.
you did.
But I know my team, they're gonna continue the trend of the like
defense.
Right.
They've been doing that all this free agency is picking up defensive play mainly. And so I think they should go offense. Give your quarterbacks who are struggling some weapons to throw to, or at least stack the O line so the O line the quarterbacks got time to throw the
I
ball.
think they should replace Najee Harris. I think he's
I got the jerseys, so I swear to God, if I got another irrelevant jersey, I'm gonna be upset. I am.
Shaq, let me get your Juju jersey. I'll just spray paint it blue.
Because every fucking jersey that I have, these players leave within a year, and it's very fucking upsetting to me.
I am just. How do you think that Miami momentum's going right now?
Stop bringing up this
It is.
fucking game.
It
We are
is
losing by
32 points.
We are losing by 30 points right now, just about. And these Bucks fans are losing their mind.
It's not even halftime. They had 75 points.
This kid got school in the morning, and he was celebrating. I bet he fell in every class out here celebrating this win. Hope he fell in every class.
You got a white man named Ingles. That man looks like
Joe
he's
Ingles.
44 years
And
old.
I bet he's like 28 years old.
You know Joe Ingles works part-time at Best Buy, right?
Good Lord.
And they don't have their best player.
He looks like he works security.
Can we
at
talk
Best
about this
Buy.
team doesn't have his best player? They don't have their best player on the court because he
Yeah.
bruised his tailbone probably, and we're getting a shit kicked in. We are a cheap whore in Nebraska, getting our just backs blown out for $2.50.
I am so looking forward to our community comments.
I hate
Nebraska.
All right. In other news.
Yes.
God,
let's move on.
You got people dabbing in the fucking.
By the way, the Grizzlies are about to beat the Lakers, and obviously the. Come on.
Shut up. It's not even halftime. Can we please put some respect on my team's name? At least give us a halftime.
There should be a mercy rule.
Yeah, y'all can go home now. Come on.
Nestor, you gonna let them talk to us like that, or is it just me out here trying to defend our team?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Nestor
Doesn't associate himself with that team.
Nestor just disowned himself from his team altogether.
All right, let's get into
No loyalty in this team.
Today's top stories and breaking news.
This team win game one, look good, and cover this bullshit, lose by 30 fucking points before half. These motherfuckers are getting 300 points by halftime. Exactly.
Holy shit, that's bad.
Yes. At 300, looks like a very much possibility. Like this show. Anyway, continue gelling. I have my rant for it.
First on the news this week, the Eagles extended Jalen Hurts to 5 years, $255 million. 179.3 of that is guaranteed. Jay Hurts getting a payday. Philly decided to get it done early. It said, let's go ahead and take care of this. We don't want to be in a Lamar situation. Good for him getting paid. What do you guys think about the money that Hurts is getting? Shaq, let's start with you.
All right.
You're feeling very emotional right now.
I am. Fuck this game. Good for Lamar. Smart enough, whoever his agent is.
Good for Lamar.
I mean, not Lamar. I mean, I'm.
Man, all terrible.
Discombobulated.
I mean, good for homeboy. He's gotten his money together.
Do you know who we're talking about right now?
I haven't been listening. Have not been listening.
We're talking about Jalen Hurts, man.
But good for Hurts. Smart enough. Actually got a legit agent. Who was like, let me make sure you get your money guaranteed in the process. So the fact that this man actually knew business, I realized at the end of the day, this is a job for you. So you make sure you get your money guaranteed and you get paid to do what you're supposed to be doing. Right. So good for him. Is it smart for Philly? No, because they probably can't afford a damn soul after guaranteeing this man his money, but it's all right.
Well, as far as I understand, this contract has a lot of, and I quote, funny money.
But look at the
Mainland, you probably know a bit more about this.
Well, okay, so there are some incentives, but you're still talking about 179 million out of 255 million guaranteed with a no trade clause.
Right, there is no trade.
So like they are locked in to a quarterback that had one good year.
Right.
And still missed time.
Yeah.
And they lost every game that he didn't even play. So like how I personally I think it's a mistake to pay this much money to somebody that you run your offense the way that you do. Like they run him too much. They run him more than the Bills run Josh Allen. And it made me nervous when he signed his contract. And so you got all this guaranteed money with a no trade clause. So if he starts getting hurt, if he turns into Carson Wentz and starts getting injured every single year and starts playing worse and worse and worse, or you can't afford the talent to keep around him, because it's not like he was balling out until they started making all these moves and getting all this talent around him. Well, how long are they going to be able to keep the talent around him throughout the duration of this contract? I'm glad they did it because I don't like the Eagles. And I think that Joe Burrow is about to get paid because of this. And I still think that Lamar Jackson is stupid because he could have gotten this contract.
Yep.
He had this contract. This was like basically the offer.
This was his
it was going to be like $255 million, $260 million with about $180 million guaranteed. That's like the offer.
Yeah.
But he wants it. But he wants it full and guaranteed. Not going to happen. But I don't know. I just don't. I'm still not. To me, before I put up that much money, I just need to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
I need to see it for another year. I need to stay healthy for a year. And he wasn't really throwing the ball that great last year. Everyone's thinking about the Super Bowl. Like that's what everybody has in their mind was the Super Bowl. But that was one game.
Right.
And you lost.
Right.
So how much money do you have to bring in more talent to make sure you win the next one when you're paying him as much money as you are?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think we're going to you next.
Gotcha. I don't know if this is a good move on Philly's end, money wise, because like everyone's been saying, the talent that you're trying to keep around Jalen, I don't know how sustainable it is with you giving him guaranteed dollars like that. It's big props to him after the season that he had to secure a bag like this. But I'm in agreement with Malin. I got to see it for one more year before I'm guaranteeing any money. Especially with the fact that I got to think about the future of AJ Brown. I got to pay him. Devontae Smith after. I got to pay him.
Right.
You're gonna lose Dallas Goedert eventually because you can't afford to keep everybody. So a lot of decisions that I personally agree with Philly because the Giants will eventually benefit off of this. But you know, it's a congrats to Jay Hurts on securing the bag at the end of the day.
There's only one way this actually works out well for them. If they can land Robinson, the running back from Texas in the draft, who people are talking about him like he could be like the next LaDainian Tomlinson type guy.
Yeah.
We're not talking Najee Harris. Talking like LaDainian Tomlinson.
Look, I'm already at that spot with my team. I don't like Nestor actually commit to my team in the aspect.
But if they get him and they get a running back of his caliber on a rookie deal, and you got the running back sewn up, you already got the wide receiver in the contract, and then but they need a running game. They need something more than him.
Right. Take the pressure off of him.
Yeah, and they don't really have that. They got running back by committee. They need a 3-down back to take the pressure so Hurts doesn't have to run as much as he has.
Nestor.
I think this is the Philly way. They give too much money to some of their players, like we saw with I think Donovan McNabb, we saw it with Michael Vick, and we saw it with Carson Wentz, which that one was the disaster. You know, so I think they're kind of inviting that disaster in again. I believe that Hurts will do well in the upcoming years. I don't know if it's just too much money. And well, yeah, I agree with everybody else. I'm glad because this is probably a big mistake for Philly.
Can I ask you this question before you answer, Jalen? Is Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Like, how many quarterbacks would you put ahead of him? You'd got to go like
he's top 10.
He's top 10.
You would go Mahomes.
9.
You would go Allen. You would go Burrow. I would Herbert. I think Herbert.
Tua.
Anyway, Lamar.
Lamar. So we're already at 5.
A-Rod.
Okay, so now you're at 6.
Probably put him around there.
Around there?
Probably.
Really?
Think if anybody stands out after that.
You don't think Deshaun Watson's going to have a bounce back after 1 year being with the team?
It's always an if with him, though. That's the issue. He could always come back and not be anywhere near what he used to be.
Okay. Is Russell Wilson going to have a bounce back here?
I don't know.
But you're talking about a what?
But he could though, right? Like those two could pop off, right?
Yeah.
Like they could.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
are we talking about right now, or are we talking about possibilities?
No.
Though?
Well, we're like, okay, so Dak is still in the league. He's not bad.
I'm taking
Trevor
Hurts over
Lawrence.
Dak.
You're taking Hurts over Dak?
He's more consistent than Dak Prescott, though.
So all I'm saying is that we went through at least 6 or 7 quarterbacks before we even got to Jalen Hurts. And yet Jalen Hurts is the highest paid player in the NFL.
Yes, but that number, like the whole highest paid thing, that's just, the newest thing. Like, everybody seems to break that record with like every year. Somebody else is the new highest paid in history. What this does do is it kind of resets the market in a way that now Lamar, like the Ravens are like looking at this and they're clapping it up because they go to Lamar and say, see, look what he got. And now Lamar's
true.
I think it's because the Phillies' position right now, too, where they know he's kind of their best option of quarterback. So it's like, just to make sure we guarantee your best option right now for success, we're going to pay you the money in hopes that you don't try to be like, let me go to a different team to see if the ones to give you the money. So,
You know, the crazy
I think
thing
this
is it until
this is-
halfway through last year, when Jalen Hurts got hurt. Okay. Do you guys remember who the backup quarterback was for the Eagles?
Gardner
Was it Gardner?
Minshew.
Gardner
Oh,
Minshew.
Minshew.
Good old Jorts Minshew. Okay. You know who had better career stats up until that point?
Did Gardner have better?
Gardner Minshew. And he played time with Jacksonville.
Right, he did.
So I'm like, so where are the stats? Yes, there's winning football, but is it more of a team concept or is it a player concept?
Right.
So I just like the stats aren't even there. What did he throw for like 22 touchdowns last year?
Something like that. It was
22 touchdowns? What is this, the 70s? Is this Terry Bradshaw chucking the ball to Lynn Swan in the Super Bowl? Like 22 touchdowns and we're talking about the highest paid player in the league? Come on, man.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's the quarterback.
I mean,
market
good for
you.
him.
Right.
And his agent is funny as hell.
I mean,
she is funny as hell.
I mean, it's the same concept as the Brown paying Watson for somebody who hasn't played in like a year before they even.
Well, that's
got
the
there.
Browns.
That's the Browns, but it's like it goes with any other sport. They're paying Durant all this money for somebody who had this outrageous injury, hadn't played in a year, who knew they weren't going to play for a year before they came there, and you're taking a risk on a player who you knew probably it's like are they going to come back the same person, or are they going to come back a whole different person than they were before?
I just think they're going to end up regretting it.
This is that,
This is still the same man that was benched at halftime for Tua in the national championship game.
Hey, come on.
How
He's-
things have changed.
I thought he was going to be like, let's go, mammal style.
All right. We need to move on from this. Now let's go into some NBA news here. So Draymond will be suspended for Game 3 between the Kings and the Warriors after stomping on Sabonis. This was pretty fun. Just classic Draymond, who just can't quite contain himself.
I mean,
why do people still like him as a player?
I think a lot of people do.
I was like,
Unless
what?
you're a Warriors fan, I don't think
I was like,
anybody
yeah, why do
likes
you be excited about this man in the game?
The crazy thing is that, like, people are like shocked he got suspended. It's like, you know, hold my leg and stop my chest. God darn it, I am so shocked that this man just got suspended.
Right.
Like, this man got suspended in the finals.
Right.
Like,
So you can't
so
continue
I don't know.
Since we
I
have
don't got it.
a Warriors fan here, Othniel, what do you think?
Oh, that's right, we do.
So the Warriors have historically not been good down 0-2 in a series.
It doesn't happen very often with Curry, though.
I hope
It's
they go
just-
0-4 in the series, but
Now,
Go on.
Draymond's loss.
I feel like Shaq
Remember,
needs a hug.
so he got ejected with 7 minutes left in Game 2. Up to that point, the Kings had only scored about 8 points. He gets ejected. There's 7 minutes left in the game. Kings drop 23 when he leaves. So it's a big difference for our defense. Did I expect him to get suspended? Yes and no. Just because there was a lot of talk of Sabonis had egged him on, so there was just a reactionary thing. But at the end of the day, the report came out that Sabonis had a bruised sternum or like a sternum contusion. Adam Silver has a history with Draymond. The league has a history with Draymond.
Everybody got a history
This was
with
to be
Draymond.
expected.
I don't know. When he stood up there and was taunting the crowd
Yeah.
with like Adam Silver like 10 rows
Right.
back,
Sitting right there.
I was like, okay, you you want a day off.
You're asking for it.
You don't
literally.
you don't want to play. And everyone's bringing up, like the Malice in the Palace or whatever, and like, oh well, you can incite them. And I'm like, okay, well that's not gonna happen. But then all it takes is one drunk idiot.
Yeah.
If somebody would have thrown something at Draymond Green in that moment,
He's going in there.
He don't give a damn.
he's
hopping
charging.
into the
I
crowd.
firmly believe that
Now he might attack the right person because Ron Artest attacked the wrong person. Because that's what Meta World Peace does. He went right past the guy that threw it and beat up somebody else. Draymond might be smarter than that, but it's still going to happen. If somebody would have chucked a beer at Draymond Green while he was doing that, come on. Like the lack of remorse,
Yeah.
knowing you did something wrong.
Nestor, you can go ahead.
I'm actually on the side that I don't think it's I don't think it's that big of a deal. Stephen A. Smith said he was disgusted by the NBA. I wouldn't say I'm disgusted with the NBA, but I think it's fair. A 1-game suspension is fair. But it's just I actually like Draymond Green and what he does in the. I actually like what he's doing. He reminds me of I watch a lot of soccer. He reminds me of Sergio Ramos, and I think he gives that team a lot of aggressiveness, great defense. So I don't actually find a problem with it. I know the Golden State owner I think was sitting with him after the suspension, so I applaud that honestly. Way to support your dude. That's what you got to do. I actually agree with that.
I hope they support him when they let him go this summer because
He will not be on that squad.
No, I cannot.
That's also fair.
That man's gonna want to get paid.
I cannot stand that man, to be honest with you.
You already told us that.
Yeah, but and on top of that, I feel like Draymond's still my second most hated person in the NBA right now.
who's your first?
John Moran. This man. The man can't act right. The man get all the money in the world, and I feel like he's just because man, I'm here for clout. I don't give a damn about no NBA, no money. I want my name. No, fuck everybody. I feel like Draymond Green is kind of like there's no way you. Do we all agree it was kind of like a stomp on the chest or like a belligerent action just out of frustration? We can all agree
Yeah,
that.
there was no accident.
But
No.
you can't stomp on people.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
You can't stomp on people, and the fact that we're giving a 1-game suspension after a man stomps on somebody's chest in the NBA is kind of like, we physically watch somebody assault the shit out of somebody else on the court.
It's not like it's not like Albert Hayes where it's
I like that
stomping on
basketball.
someone's face
I like
on a
that type of
football field
basketball.
with a cleat.
No, but it's kind of like that man has a. I was like, the fact is because it's Draymond, you know how he can be, so just give him the 1-game
Yeah,
suspension. and
that was literally NBA's
That's
based on
literally
his
what they
history.
said.
it's like
decided
no,
to
fuck
suspend
this
him.
man, suspending for the rest of the series. To be honest with you, fuck this man.
I feel like everything that Shaq says for the rest of the night is going to be really emotionally charged.
Yes.
I was sorry that I watched my team getting blown out with 30 points going into the half. How you gonna allow a team to get 81 points before the half? But anyway, besides that,
I don't know what gets pumped into someone's head to charge them up with emotion, but that big ass biodome is full of all of it right now.
Krypton.
yes, I am just saying that they go soft on Draymond because, you know what? He has a history of doing this shit. So let's.
I don't think they went soft on him. I don't think anyone else would have even gotten suspended for that.
No, name any other random player there, nothing would have happened. I just thought his excuse after in the press conference was real funny. Like, I couldn't, I'm not that flexible, so I couldn't really land anywhere. Where do they want me to put my
believe
feet?
that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Just classic. Draymond.
I want to know who number 24 is from Memphis, though, because that man was trying to make out with LeBron James.
Are you talking about Dylan Brooks?
Is that his name, Dylan Brooks, number 24?
Oh,
Pretty sure that's
the most
it.
extra
got no
personal.
name.
That is the whitest looking guy I've seen with dreads in my life. And he over there,
I was gonna say.
just having words
Yeah, he was
for
LeBron cursed him out.
LeBron. Yeah,
I'm talking about that old ass
That
LeBron.
man.
Do we all really want to argue with LeBron? Like that man actually decides to put hands on people. Like it ain't gonna be like a scene.
He was really saying some stuff if LeBron had some words
that
for
man was like this.
it. Right.
Like, boy, you might want to back up.
I was like, Nike about to drop me here in a second. Keep playing.
I can't stand Dylan Brooks. Anyway, Moving on. Speaking of the Grizzlies, John Morant. He's got a soft tissue bruise
Shaq's favorite player.
in his hand. The man he picked to be MVP this year.
Can't stand.
He clearly missed tonight's game, but
least I
that
know
was
this
not
man's
an
first
issue.
name.
All right, it's 2 letters.
It's more letters than Nestor knew about this man's first name to get this show.
Anyway, yeah, that it wasn't an issue for the Grizzlies tonight, and I mean, damn, what do you guys think about the Grizzlies being without him for maybe another game or so? I guess it's one of those things that's kind of hard to predict how long he'll be out, but yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, it's his shooting wrist, right?
I mean, both types of shooting, so.
It's on his. Damn. I mean, that's actually pretty good though. But like, even when he comes back, it's still going to be hurting, and you know that leg is going to be hand checking the hell out of that wrist the entire time. So it's going to be a matter of, can that wrist withstand the punishment of 4 quarters of basketball?
Right.
Because his whole game is going inside.
Yep.
I mean, he's like Jordan in the early 80s. He ain't got much of a jump shot right now. He's all about attacking the basket. Right. That's a lot. That's a lot going on right there. So, yeah, on even
Stupid. I want
don't
to
even
shout
know
out
what
for
to do
those
with
of
that.
you who ain't paying attention. These guys are watching Tyler here on the sideline, just side court, just making fun of this man.
Didn't it look like he was dressed in like Milwaukee colors though? That's kind of funny. But anyway, so I don't know. I think that the way that the Lakers lost tonight, I think they're gonna come back out and like blow out
I hope so.
Memphis in Game 3.
I really hope so.
Because even that game was like out of reach, and yes, they ended up winning by 10, but like LA got within 5 towards the end of that game. So they played with house money. They won tonight. You need a healthier John Morant if you really want to win the series, or not even just win the series, because it's not about just winning the series. This is a team that's supposed to be good enough to go deep into the playoffs. That risk can't be bothering him that long.
Othniel, what do you think about Ja's injury?
Yeah, I think Grizzlies just got kind of a lucky break tonight. Anthony Davis definitely played terrible for the most part tonight. And I mean, 4 of 14, you're not shooting the ball well. The Lakers just need consistency in order to win this series. Because I think that, with the emergence of Rui Hachimura and him being able to bring solid minutes off the bench, and the Grizzlies don't really have a second option besides, Desmond Bane's a solid option, and then you got Dylan Brooks. I don't really know if that can take you very far in the playoffs. With what I'm seeing from Phoenix, if they get out of their series with the Clippers, with what I've seen from the Kings and how they've been running us off the court, I don't know if this Grizzlies team can really make a far push without Ja leading the team.
Yeah, I agree.
Nestor?
Yeah, I agree with Malin. Even though we might see John Morant say that that his symptoms are improving or he's doing better, it's gonna be the next game or the game after that, seeing how his hand is after 4 quarters of basketball. That's true. And I don't really trust Bane and the rest of the group. I think the Lakers got this. If Ja's gonna have problems with his hand, I think they got this.
Tyus Jones is the backup point guard for the Grizzlies, and it seems like whenever he plays, the Grizzlies do statistically play just fine.
It's weird how much they win without John Morant.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're almost
just throwing
better.
that out there. Putting that out there.
That makes Shaq happy.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Shaq?
And plus, John's not really a shooter either.
Right. I say that like I'm fully in agreement with everybody here, but we all factor in the fact that AD is still playing, and we talked about how bad of a game he has now. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when does this man decide that he's injured and needs to sit out? Is he healthy the whole series? Does he go out? Does LeBron have to now take over the whole aspect of this game without AD? So it's like, yeah, John Morant's gonna be out, but can AD stay healthy the whole entire series and we still have that duo that works well? If you just saw this man get his eyes scratched last game and was out for a little bit to get repaired, so it's a matter of how long can the Lakers also stay healthy? Because we know all season long, one or the other is out for some sort of reason. So it's just as much of a factor of injury for John Morant as it for the Lakers to be also injury prone. So, how healthy can this Lakers stay throughout this playoffs is really a big question, because they can never seem to stay healthy.
Well, you're going to need him to stay healthy, because after what we're seeing from the Heat right now, the Lakers are like going to be your go-to team for the rest of the playoffs.
Right.
I just refuse to, as much as I vote for the Clippers at the beginning of the season, I refuse to vote for a team that has Westbrook a part of it. That's all.
And I agree with that. And I respect the man and his decisions. I just know that before the show you said that when your team is no longer in it, which they're not in it right now,
I just
that you're going to go to the Lakers. And now he's like, well,
I just hate the fact
Anthony
that
Davis,
I said the only reason I vote for things is because it's on recording. So I hate the fact they bring it into recording now. So now I'm obligated to go by the Lakers.
How many threes are they going to make?
All of it.
Holiday's already got 24 points.
Look, anyway, next subject. Let's run it. Run it. Going to the break or something.
Well, you're not gonna like the next one because it's very relevant here. Giannis,
not even playing.
He suffered a lower back bruise.
And we about to, because they blown us shit out here in a second.
And he also suffering a lower back blowout.
Sorry.
Whole team got a messed up L.
The whole lumbar
third
region
vertebrae.
gone. So it's got nothing but the whole back blown in by this whole bunch of teams that we don't even know besides one person on his team.
I would like to point out that I love how we're doing this segment on all these injuries in the NBA, and you purposely left out like Tyler Hero.
But I mentioned Tyler Hero, and y'all were like, "Fuck Tyler Hero" in the chat. So
Do we really care that
exactly
Tyler
that point?
Hero-
Tyler Hero broke this. This man has surgery on his finger. We're like, "Fuck Tyler Hero." In this case, I was like, "Alrighty, man."
Well, do you think the Heat would be winning right now if they had him?
That's what it is. They need Tyler out there.
You know what I hate the most? Nestor got nothing to say. He's also a Heat fan. This man has a damn.
I don't know what you guys talking about. I don't know what you guys talking about.
Then
right
all
now.
of a sudden, I'm a horrible person for defending the Heat, as he's also a Heat fan in the show.
You're not horrible.
I was like, this is like, you're on your own with this one. I ain't got nothing.
You are commendable.
It's like, I try to be a fan, and this is like, man, the only team Miami that I vote for is the Dolphins. That man
Hey,
got
at least
played-
now we're only losing by 20.
All right, motherfucker. You got Plato Skull. This man bedridden for most of the season.
Nestor's like, Miami has an NBA team.
Exactly. I'm over here fighting my own battle, and Nestor just watching me struggle.
Like to you.
It's like watching your friend get jumped by two people, and instead of joining in to make it even, it's just kind of like,
He take the Kevin Hart approach. I'm a witness. I see everything.
I see your team get backhanded. I see you fighting for it, but
I already just saw what he did to you. There ain't no reason for me to
So-
step into that.
for the record, for everybody else, Nestor's also a Miami Heat fan, but he just refuses to be a part of this conversation.
Let's put it on record.
Exactly.
Just
I
so
don't.
everybody remember.
This man who refuses to defend his own team. I don't hear a damn thing. If
I ain't ever seen Nestor wear anything Miami Heat before.
Exactly. So if this team happens to win by the fluke of anything this game, which they won't, because they're about to score 100 points. They're about to score 100 points in 3/4 of basketball.
2.5.
Exactly.
It'll be like 5 minutes left.
And I don't want to hear you celebrate another damn thing about Miami Heat the rest of the season. If I hear you, I'm gonna shut you down.
I mean, it's gonna be a short season left, but better not
3 more
celebrate.
games to play.
So I don't hate y'all for making fun of me. If there's anybody I hate the most, it's Nestor.
He makes this. He made it.
Watching me get backhanded day after day. Watch this, man. This man got a button-up shirt celebrating.
It has to be some kind of record. Every time I look at the TV, they're making a 3. It's insane.
I hate this god awful team. You remember how before the show I was hyping them up, saying like Giannis ain't playing. Giannis, we got a chance because Giannis ain't playing. I look at the fucking game.
I cannot
look at
wait
the-
till
another
the community.
All right, we will get into that.
God, that's going to be
Community
awesome.
comments.
But as far as Giannis being hurt, though,
I
that
ain't
was
expecting
the
it.
question.
That was the original
Okay.
question.
I ain't expecting a damn
I think they'll be fine this series.
thing. Giannis be like, I'm sitting out the rest of the series. I ain't gotta be here. To
think-
be honest with you,
I think Giannis is going to rest that back up.
this man's having a stroke. The coach is what?
I think he's going to be, when they go back to Miami, he's just going to chill out at South Beach.
Oh,
You don't even need to show up to the arena.
yeah,
Just
be on the beach.
get you a mimosa or a Mai Tai and just chill out.
Hang out, man.
Let,
Oh, you have a good time.
let them handle it.
Right.
And this man's so mad. But they are going to need him healthy, if just like with Ja, right?
For second round, yes.
Yeah,
second round.
yeah, the second round.
Second round.
When they play a real team.
Yes.
When we're not playing the G League over here.
They got a middle school team out there playing.
I mean, I don't know who's worse right now, Atlanta or Miami.
Miami. I ain't never seen this embarrassing ass bullshit. This man over here doing was
He did yam now.
flexing for what reason? Now we losing by like 20 something instead of 30
Adebayo's
something.
got 18 points, though. That ain't bad.
Okay.
All right, bam.
Anyway, next question. I'm tired of hearing about this bullshit ass, garbage ass team. Every time I get too excited about my team, gone, done.
And we'll talk about that excitement after the break.
Before we go to the break, we do want to mention that next week we will be live for our draft watch along
On Thursday night.
Yes, we won't be live on Wednesday. Draft is on Thursday, so the 27th at 8 p.m. Not 9:30. 8 p.m. is when the draft starts. So yeah, Thursday 8 o'clock Eastern time. Come check us out. Watch the whole draft with your boys. Shaq and I will be here. Malin and G Money will be in Vegas.
Damn right.
Another 3. I'm sorry, y'all.
Hey, I told you before 5 minutes is up, they're gonna hit 100 points. But yes, no, we will. We're gonna be at the Aria. You guys gonna be here.
Right.
Nestor's still gonna be in the same damn room he's been in
Unfaithful us.
for the last
I'm actually. When is it? When is it?
next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
I'm gonna be in
on the show.
Cartagena.
I see why you get your teeth cleaned every week.
On the in the beach.
Okay, so he ain't even gonna be on the
Well,
show.
you can use your phone. You can pop in a
Okay.
couple minutes.
No, I'll take my laptop.
Still ain't shit,
I'm good.
mister.
But it's gonna be. If you tuned in last year, if you watched last year's, but we do a commentary after every pick.
Right.
I'm going to be writing down names of any Make-A-Wish kid, and I'm gonna be checking to make sure.
They still alive.
Well, no, like they need to die at some point.
Children.
Like if
Man,
they.
there's a 6-month
The man,
check-in.
no, because no, Amizel over here last year had the Giants. The guy is still alive. It's been a year.
That is right. He did make the Giants.
Yeah, he made the Giants pick. It was a Make-A-Wish. It was like, oh, he has this terminal thing. He's gonna die. He's still alive.
You hear that,
He's not
Nestor?
going to die.
This man had terminal illness and still committed to his team. You hear that, Nestor?
Fake that out.
He was recovering from a terminal illness.
He had.
If you're recovering, you
He,
shouldn't be in
he
there.
faked out the Giants organization better than Daniel Jones did because Daniel Jones made the Giants think he could play quarterback. This man made him think that he was going
Another
to
3.
die, and he didn't die.
How does that make you feel as a Giants fan?
I can't say that I don't disagree.
Exactly.
We
Y'all are
we
terrible.
can get so much better than
That's
Daniel
terrible.
Jones.
It's god awful score.
Make a wish for a reason.
The moral of the story is we'll
There
be
you
live
go.
next
Yes.
Thursday instead of Wednesday
Right.
at 8 o'clock.
Commentary.
Come join us. Othniel, of course, you're more than welcome to join us.
They're probably gonna have that same guy come back and make another pick.
He'll come
or
back a
redo.
year older. And he'll be ready. He'll probably have like some kids or something.
He'll have like 4 kids, all
y'all
different ages.
If y'all don't see me next week,
Had them
it's
all
because
last year.
if y'all don't see me next week, it's because my team got the backs blown out again and I walked in the
Dude,
traffic.
y'all losing by over 30 again.
And
Oh,
we can't,
another 3.
They can't miss a fucking shot.
Joe Ingles.
Grayson Allen
It's
is torture
embarrassing.
for the-
At this point, I wanted to.
Allen.
At this point, I wanted to rack up as many. Look at this man. This man looks like he does taxes.
Joe Ingles, Grayson Allen. Who else is out there right now?
I feel like half the show has been a commentary on how many.
Yeah,
threes
this
are
man's
going.
like, did he buy a new car or house last year? What was your income? Have any kids?
It's just insane.
And at nighttime, he working the heat out. That's pretty.
His night gigs blowing the heat's back out.
Exactly, man. Early in the day, blowing the heat out, and then blowing y'all girls out in Miami.
Calm down. They've made 18 threes.
Good God.
They're shooting 64.3% from three. 64.8% from
To break it to
three.
you, Chief, you ain't winning that game.
I don't want to win. I want to make it at least look competitive. Like,
18 to 28.
At this point, we
from
just
three.
making laps back and forth on the court, and it's very embarrassing. Y'all put a hand up, do something.
They're shooting a higher percentage of threes than their overall field goal. Their overall field goal percentage is 63.2.
Cut it to break.
They're 64.8 for three right
I'm gonna go pee. I ain't gotta hear that.
That's insane.
Oh my god.
We're going to halftime, folks. We will see y'all in 10 minutes. We've extended the break 10 minutes now, so see you
We
in a
will
little
be
bit.
back.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. On my way to the boat like I ain't just had on a coat when I landed. Out branded. Perched at the edge of the branches. They don't wanna talk mansions. Mine look like a campus. And I'm all about my brothers like the niggas I'm sampling. I'll leave you red shirted like the twins from Kansas. Really living my dreams I used to have in my aunt's crib.
There's 4 reasons why the Kings will be one of the toughest playoff teams this season. Number 1, Mike Brown's coaching. He's done an outstanding job getting this team coached up throughout the year, primarily because he holds everybody accountable, including his stars. Number 2, De'Aaron Fox's clutch play. He's been shooting 54.2% in the clutch. You do not want the ball in his hands late in the game. Number 3, Sabonis is a dog. He's been averaging 19.2 points a game, 7.2 assists, and 12.5 rebounds per game. He's leading the NBA in rebounds. He is outstanding, especially with De'Aaron Fox. That combo is deadly. Number 4, they have an extremely efficient young core. Like I said, Fox and Sabonis, but also Monk, Herter, and Murray. All those dudes are extremely young and fantastic on offense. Their offensive rating is the highest of all time, 118.8. They are deadly on offense.
Hey. Yeah. Trendsetter, band frame getter. With whatever. I buy diamonds when I'm under pressure. When I apply, shit don't ever let up. Yeah. Look, I'm in the cut, the boy in the cut.
I'm gonna start it off at the point position, put Luka. Then in the shooting guard position, I'm gonna go ahead and put Steph. LeBron at that wonderful power forward position. I kind of up in the air pick is gonna be Clay at the other forward position. Very iffy pick, and then of course I gotta put the Joker there at the big man position. Clay's gonna be in a wonderful all-star pick. Clay being that sketchy kind of dark horse role, but I think the team will get it done perfectly.
I got sided with the East, because not only are they better, but Shaq's head sets in the West, so I'm running down the East for you. This is my starting 5 for the East if they were healthy and if there's the East roster. Trae Young at 1. Can't go wrong with that Bulldog. Durant at 2. Hurt now, but if he was healthy, he'd be starting. We're going to go ahead and have Tatum at 3. We're going to have Tatum at 3 because we're putting the Greek Freak at 4. You can't move Giannis. And then we're going to finish it off with Embiid at 5. And the reason why is because he's going to break down the Joker's rashy ass like he did last week in the All-Star game. So that's my 5. Shaq's head is setting in the West. I'll give you his rundown later. You tell us who your starting 5 for the West and East would be.
Did you know AFR is also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts? click the first link in the description below to listen to the most recent episode of the show.
Monday Night Football AFR. We out here. Damn right, Monday Night Football. Go.
That shit is bleeding for some odd reason.
Hepatitis ass. What the?
Where did you fucking cut yourself? What?
All right, how are we getting out of here?
Yeah. Yep, in my white tee. Yeah, call up Mike Williams for the hype, please. They gon' white you before you white me. My boxes of checks, not my Nikes. Cactus, not no iced tea. Got them bamboozled like I'm Spike Lee. You need more than Google just to find me. I just call a beta, get a hyphy.
Incredible, general.
I just got the label just to sign me. Me and Chase connected like we Siamese. We been on a run, feel like a crime spree. Talk to me nicely. I see his face. Yeah, on his white tee. Yeah.
My opinion of Jimmy Butler is one of the top 3 greatest Heat players of all time, and my answers could be absolutely not. Shaq, LeBron, Wade, Bosh, and all those people who played before him on the Heat, who are by far, I feel like, a lot better than he is for the team, and did a lot more. There's a lot more to prove before you even get to mention in that conversation.
Referees, you throw the flag, you blow the whistle. You not throw the flag, you not blow the whistle. We had over the weekend a game between Creighton and San Diego State University where a call put San Diego State on the line to shoot free throws and ended up winning the game, going to the Final Four. We saw a similar thing happen in the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Eagles, and it basically, the call put Kansas City in field goal range. So, were they correct calls? Yes. Should the calls have been made to help decide a game at the end? You let us know in the comments.
Giannis did not play. He went out in the first quarter with whatever injury he had.
did.
They beat the brakes off of y'all.
Yeah, more than brakes. They cut the brake line. They were riding in a car down Shaq's head with no brakes. That's how bad it was.
I think that this is gonna be the hardest laugh I could get out of the show.
No, I got more coming.
And this is why I make out-of-pocket jokes. Cause I gotta beat that. I gotta get a laugh somewhere else.
Well, leave Anne Frank alone. That was a brave young girl.
G Money in the chat.
All right, AFR Nation, let's talk about my favorite thing that has happened in free agency so far. Baker fucking Mayfield going to the Bucks. Baker ball, baby. I cannot wait to hear the Champa Bay fans turn into Champa Bay fans. Going from Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield. I think they're only winning 3 or 4 games. They'll probably beat the Texans, maybe steal one from the Saints, maybe steal one from Carolina. Hell, maybe take 2 from Carolina. I don't know. 4 games at best. But here's my question. How many wins do you think the 2023 Bucks are going to get riding with Baker ball? Let us know in the comments. If the Lakers can stay healthy, they're going to the NBA Finals. The biggest adversary the Lakers have this year is their health. If they're healthy, the way that Pelinka has put this team together, nobody's going to beat them if they can stay healthy.
If Miami can maintain their momentum and find a way to beat the Bucks in this series, you will be seeing us in the final. There's no question, ifs, ands, or buts about it. So be prepared to see us.
If the Celtics do not win the title this year, Jaylen Brown is out. Unfortunately, his name is always in trade talks every single offseason, and I'm assuming the Celtics would want to switch up this core group that they've been with these last few years. Seeing that Brown will be an unrestricted free agent next summer, they'd want to move him ahead of time to get a good exchange for him.
How many quarterbacks are going to be drafted in the first round? Now, it happens every year. There's quarterbacks that are taken that are not graded out as first-round quarterbacks. Somebody always drafts them in the first round. Why? Because they're drafting for need versus talent. So, I think I got 5 going. I think Bryce Young, Stroud, easy locks. Anthony Richardson is probably not making it out of the top 10. I'd be nervous if Seattle was sitting there at 5 on whether or not they would take him. I really want them to get a defensive stud. Levis and Hooker. Levitt's going to get the shine, and someone's going to take a gamble on him in the top 15, top 20. Somebody is going to get that Hooker itch, and instead of being like Shaq roaming down Nebraska Avenue in Tampa, somebody's going to trade back into the first round and pick up Hooker, pick 22-32. That's my take. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments.
Remember to follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at AFR Sports. That's it, AFR Sports. Now back to the show with your...
Welcome back to the show, folks. Welcome back to the show.
On cue.
Favorite show on the internet.
I love this damn show.
Yeah.
Oh, I look forward to this show every week.
G Money.
We got G Money back in the house. Are you watching?
Gentlemen, how goes it?
Are you watching the Milwaukee game? Because they turned it off on our end. We don't get to see the end of it.
What's going on over there?
Can we? Okay, I keep trying.
Yeah, I am.
I keep trying to forget that we.
I'm getting ready to. You guys watching the Denver game?
Yeah, that's what they turned on for us.
Yeah, that's because they don't want that many suicides down in Miami.
A crisis.
Still probably going to be plenty.
Folks, we have a second half shot to take.
Yes, we do.
That's how the show operates.
Cheers, Shaq.
Shaq, to tomorrow, my friend. To game 3.
All right.
Game 3.
No, well, it's me this time.
I'm
Going right on the wires.
I'm willing to call this series right now.
I'm so glad we have the community comments videos to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Because it's been a sharp turn over the last 2 hours.
Cheers, gentlemen at home.
What are you sipping on there, G Money?
I don't know, some nondescript bourbon that I wanted to finish off.
Some white label
I
bourbon.
was tired of looking at it.
Didn't even
Almost
have a
empty
label on
bottles.
it.
I could screw it. I'm just gonna drink it.
Some homebrew stuff.
Man,
I mean,
like I was
yeah, it's
bootlegging
stuff
around
I
and got
wouldn't
this
buy,
bottle.
but you know.
Okay.
Neil, what do you have?
I got some Casamigos.
Oh, Casamigo. Okay.
We're banned from tequila on this show.
Well,
at least in the studio.
As much as Shaq wants to keep. Isn't Casamigo owned by George Clooney? I think that's George Clooney's.
Is it? All I'm saying, if you were to drink tequila on a night like this, when I watch my team get the shit clapped in, this show would have been canceled because I got a lot to say. But tonight, I
thought he wanted to stop talking about the game. Look, the game is so bad now, they don't even got the banner up in the top right.
It's taking up too much space.
No, they don't even want you guys to know the score anymore.
No, don't worry, I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Let's get into the community comments, shall we?
It's like every Bucks player is taking a shot just past half court. Like, fuck it, man. Let's make threes.
Yeah.
Miami's not playing any defense. Go ahead and shoot it. If I miss it, you get the rebound. Then Kevin Love tried to do the same thing, and it bounced off the top of the backboard. He's looking like
right off the top of the
how did I miss?
backboard. Damn.
Yeah, come on, K-Love.
Kevin Love.
Come on, man.
Ain't got that shot no more. All right, so let's get into some community comments so we can keep talking about the Heat.
So, first bit of community comments. He only brings up my phone because every time I do this on the computer, it doesn't work.
And there were actually 3 topics in the first video, right?
Yeah. So the first video is a kind of like if this then that. If this happens in the playoffs, this is the result. So Malin's if the Lakers stay healthy, then they will go to the finals. Shaq's was if the Heat can keep up their momentum, they will also go to the finals.
That was said.
That didn't age well.
So his words, his only.
And like I said before, you need to stop having me comment on my own fucking team because
No,
every time
no one said it had to be your own team.
It was up to us.
But you set it up just so you know damn well that I got no self control. That I'm gonna comment on my own team. You need to limit and be more.
I didn't even comment on the Celtics. I
You need to
commented
be
on the
more
Lakers.
Right.
Because unlike me, you smart enough to know not to bring your own team up in this conversation. But here I am.
Jalen brought his own team up.
Yes, I said that if we do not win the finals, that Jaylen Brown will be gone come this summer, which all those things I do not want to happen. But with all that being said, one of those things in the middle there is kind of coming to fruition against Shaq. With the comments here, a lot of these comments are two people arguing. So if I bypass that, someone said, Kobe first said facts. Mikey loves your mom says heavy on the Lakers and Jaylen Brown won. Notice how he did not mention Shaq's team.
I think they must have thought it was like satirical or something. It was satire.
SNL episode. NBA takes 000 says Lakers peak is the second round.
Damn.
Brock Houston says Lakers are number 1 team for wins and maybe even points since All-Star break.
Oh, that's when he got into the fight with you guys. So
Right.
they haven't played a healthy playoff team.
Yeah. Gotta love the internet.
I mean, the Lakers weren't healthy either, though.
Right. People are fine. This argument is just completely cancer.
So much social media. It's okay, but that's fine though because they wanted to comment on our 2 takes. We get the comment on Shaq's take.
Right. Because most people probably saw that and said, "What the fuck is this?"
I mean, like the hero's out, the Butler can't do it.
You say that as y'all roasted me about talking about a hero being out, so it's all right.
No, I mean, okay. So out of those 3, though,
right?
Okay, like only one of them is probably really plausible, and that is if the Celtics don't win the finals, that Jaylen Brown's gone. Because I said the health of the Lakers, they got to be healthy.
Right.
Damn, I mean, I saw Anthony Davis hit the floor 3 times today and roll around in pain from a paper cut, I think. So I don't know how healthy they're going to be, but I still think they're probably the best team in the West if they can stay healthy, but I don't think they will. And then Shaq decided...
dreamers.
Just went all in with all the brain cells.
Which is apparently 2 by the... They got a lot of real estate to walk
if
around.
They couldn't even keep momentum for 3 minutes in that game. They were down by double digits within 3 minutes of the game starting.
I want to remind folks that when we first started the show, Shaq was complaining that we did not have the game on, that the Laker game was still on.
Yeah, he was mad because he couldn't watch the Heat game. Now it's 118 to 85.
I can't get no peace in this goddamn show. How we gotta have a whole quarter of basketball left and you already have basically 120 points in this fucking game?
Like there might be a record, and that's without their best player.
I would say a record of the amount of points scored in a postseason game. And
without their best player.
Can you imagine if Giannis was playing tonight?
When Giannis comes back this weekend,
I'd be like, I'd be like the Lakers scoring that many points without Kobe. Like, that's just crazy.
Let's move into the next video here. So the next one was, will the Suns and Clippers series be any good?
Damn it. This is where I take the L.
So far, the series is tied 1-1.
My dumbass said it was going to be a sweep.
Right. Malin was not buying any of the hype here. Shaq and I were on the Russell Westbrook train, oddly. But again, series is 1-1. FW True says, as a Suns fan, it's going to go until 6 or 7. Sincerely, Bo says it's going to 6. I bet it's more even than you'd expect. Suns don't have much depth. Clips do. Suns are a little overrated. That big four is nice, but there's a drop off from there. That is very true. Phoenix's bench is awful.
Yeah, and I would like to say that the only time I've ever said that someone's going to get swept, and then to come out in game 1 and make Shaq right me wrong. Because he also mentioned Westbrook, and they won because of Westbrook's play late in the fourth quarter. Even though he did shit for 3 quarters, he was still building houses for the homeless for 3.5 quarters. And then all of a sudden,
I think for the game he was 3 of 19.
Yeah, whatever. So he went all in.
He was there.
Brick house until the
Right.
end. Apparently finished the shift early. Stopped building. So I was like, God, like I'm gonna have to eat some crow on this take that I just made like 4 days ago. I was like, damn it. That wasn't a good look for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see with that one. We'll see what the Suns end up doing here.
I still said sweep though.
You did say sweep, so that will not be
They
happening.
lost game 1.
Something tells you that LA will get probably one more win in there. But
game 1.
And do you guys have anything to say about Suns and Clippers?
I still stand by what I said before. They can make it competitive all throughout, purely because Westbrook is what he is, inconsistent. One game he's gonna shoot god awful, and the next game he's gonna decide that he knows how to play fucking basketball and win the game for his fucking team. As he get back and forth, go to a game 6 or 7, because Westbrook is that type of person. And my thing is, this is such a hard matchup. I can't predict who will win this fucking matchup because of how inconsistent both teams are.
Yeah.
But it will be entertaining to the end. It'll be a long series. It'll be longer than my fucking series, so it'll be entertaining to watch.
I actually think that the Clippers playing well is bad for the league. Because the better that Kawhi plays in the playoffs, the more you're going to have teams do this load management shit and giving people days off.
Yeah.
Because he's playing really well right now.
He is.
He's averaging what, like 33.5 points a game?
Yeah.
He's playing really well. He's playing like fans would like him to be able to play throughout an 82 game season.
Right.
But his body just can't do it. But you're giving credence
Right.
and acceptance to the fact of, yeah, load management works because look what Kawhi does. So the longer they do this, I think the worse it is going to be for basketball viewers going forward because you're going to see this happening a lot more.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I just want to say Phoenix tends to make it an interesting series, regardless of who they play, because they tend to talk a lot of shit and then lose. They act like they haven't choked. Well, for a while now, they've been choking. So I don't know. Like, yeah, they'll get past LA, but the next team they play, I'm thinking, I wouldn't be surprised if they get eliminated, because they just talk so much shit. Their fans, they had a fan talking shit to Russell Westbrook.
They did.
I think so.
At least
They're
it's
always doing this.
At least it's a loyal fan. So
I'm loyal. I'm not gonna talk about that. Pornhub video you guys are watching over there.
I didn't say you. I just said at least it's a loyal fan. You take whatever.
I know what you're getting at, but I'm not going to watch that. They're uploading that game to Pornhub as we speak.
Damn. And I don't think that's soft porn either. The
No.
Hardcore section.
No, he is right though that Phoenix does talk a lot of trash.
They do.
And now the thing that happened with the fan was hilarious.
It was pretty funny. Yeah.
Like Westbrook shows up in there, and why would his shirt was up,
I don't
trying to do like a Zeke Elliott impersonation. Like I don't know what that was. And then the fan was like, you know, talk about it, be about it. I was like, do you really want that man to swing on you? You little Teletubby looking son of a bitch. Like, what do you think was gonna happen to him? He would not even have lived to enjoy the money that he would have gotten. But the funniest damn thing about the whole video was the kid eating his pizza. He's sitting down in between Westbrook and his dad, and he's eating pizza and looking up at Westbrook. No concern for his dad whatsoever. Just keeps going back and taking more bites of his pizza. He's like, knock his ass out. I don't care. I'm already here. Like, it was go back and watch the video and watch the kid.
It's such a little
in
kid
the
thing.
video. He's like just eating pizza, looking up at Westbrook. He's like, this is really cool. We should go- I didn't know we got this type of interaction with the players. This is great.
I know it upsets me. That's probably the same fan that had a Westbrook jersey a couple weeks back. I was excited, and the only reason upset is because he spent money on a Westbrook jersey, and now you got to sit here and watch this man play for a whole other team.
It wasn't like during the game.
It was halftime.
It was yeah.
It was halftime.
That's
So it's another one of those things that teams do where they have the players walk through the tunnels in between suites or
Right,
bars, and like the Cowboys have something like that. It's like you're asking for there to be problems when you have to walk past a bunch of drunk ass people getting free alcohol because they're in a suite.
Yeah.
Like so, but he actually like walked into a suite though. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
even
he-
like
yeah,
he
he
walked
was-
out the tunnel, went in the
Right, he
suite.
was in a suite.
and was like, "Watch your motherfucking mouth."
Right.
And that's when that guy
But-
said the famous "I want to get my ass beat" line. Don't talk about it, be about it. I was like, come on.
But here's the
man.
thing about it.
Don't.
We act like if we were in the same position, knowing our personalities, we wouldn't be like,
Hell no. Absolutely not.
we knowing everybody on the
No.
show.
No way.
I'm like,
New.
all of like even though I don't know all of us the same way that I know like the rest of us on the show, because you homeboy coming in as a guest, like I feel like all of us on the show would be like, bet.
Even
Let-
no, even I have a limit.
Like, let me come up in the stand.
Even I have a limit. No, like
Out of all the, I mean, first, I'm not trying to throw hands with any
Every-
NBA player, but Russell Westbrook is number one. I would never,
Because he,
ever.
I feel like he about that.
Exactly.
but see, here's the thing: is that like when we're at Miller's, there is nobody at Miller's that is built like an NBA player. Like they're built different. Like you can be in Major League Baseball, you could be in hockey, you could even be in the NFL, and you're looking at him, you're like, okay, you could look like an average guy. Most people that aren't white in the NBA, they're built. What we were just talking about, car insurance salesman with
Joe
Milwaukee.
Ingles there.
They're built different, and there's nothing. There is zero smoke that I would ever want if Russell Westbrook just walked into a room that I was in and told me to watch my mouth. I'd be like, well, could I have a mirror so I can look at it? Because I'll do exactly what you say, sir. It's just not happening.
No
And that's
way in hell. Like Russell Westbrook, that
He's crazy.
he strikes me as somebody who could throw 50 jabs in 1 second. Like that would be it. Just done.
But okay, you all know my volatile personality.
Do we?
Even G Money has seen my volatile personality at a football game live. Yeah. No, it's not happening.
You did call somebody tech support at the bar one time.
He did say that.
Yeah, but tech support did not look like Russell Westbrook. They look like
did not.
look like
They did
tech
not.
support.
We assume
I'll
that.
beat the shit out of everybody that works in tech support.
Every time we go to middles with you, we get in an argument with some random
Not my fault.
stranger.
It's
not your fault.
This is not my fault. How does someone end up wanting to fight me over a Bucks Cowboys game when I ain't even got a dog in the fight?
I don't know.
I didn't even have a dog in the fight.
You were yelling very loudly against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Cause fuck him. Anybody care about the Bucks?
I don't, but I was like, I don't even care who wins. But like the guy would like look at. I was like, what? Like, what is his issue? I don't know. And then Shaq was taking shots with somebody. Remember that guy?
I'm sorry that I didn't want to upset the crackhead. This man don't care about his own life. What makes you think? What makes you think he cares about my life?
That man was over there like, it's really funny because I never seen you before. And I'm like, well, Tampa's a big place. It's a big place.
When was the time?
Oh,
when was the time some people started shit with Shaq for no reason across the bar? Or
that was the Steelers Browns
games.
playoff.
We lost
game.
in the playoffs. Got shit
Come
blown
on,
out.
Nestor. Why you got to bring that one up when I was talking about everybody? Okay, so sometimes it might be my fault. But the Cowboys-Bucks game was not my fault.
Apparently,
not my
my
fault.
team's backs are very prone to the get blown out.
On the worst
Our backs
stages.
are built out of the same thing Tua's skull's built out of. So
Paper mache.
Exactly. So
At least we're not like dumping beer on the bar from a balcony like Nestor.
Nessa did pour.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Nessa did pour
That
beer
was
off
so
the second balcony of a bar.
I tried to blame it on Shaq. Didn't work.
Exactly. You know it's bad when the live music band stops playing to investigate what the fuck is going on. And
when the strings cut,
and then they just
I would like to point
You
out
could have dribbled the
though,
beer.
that it is now 127 to 106.
You
They
did
have
say
brought
what-
it within 21 points.
you did say that it was gonna stop at 125.
I did,
and then
and they're 127. But I didn't think the Heat were going to score 108 though. I said they were going to win by like 20, 25 points.
Yeah, because they gotta stop playing defense.
There's
'cause
really
they
not a
know-
lot of defense.
Right.
And the Heat are just throwing the ball up. And now Milwaukee's doing the same thing. Everybody wants to shoot threes.
yeah, they're just
And it's like-
one-handed chucking it at the backboard at this point.
We continue to
And it's like, you know,
From half court.
shoot a three, bounce it off the rim, take it down the other side, other end, shoot a three, bounce it off the rim. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Go inside. And now they got players, I don't even know who the hell they are. I swear to God, they pulled people out of the stands, gave them jerseys, and put them out there. Speaking of white guys that can't play ball.
What is happening in the NBA to where Denver's getting blown out by 21 in the second quarter?
Minnesota's getting blown out.
What?
Minnesota's
getting blown out?
All right, other way around.
Oh, okay.
All is right. All is
Okay,
right.
all is right on that end. I was like,
we
good God.
backtrack to the schedule of the show. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of talking about the team and other bullshit.
Let's.
What were we
get-
talking about again?
Well,
About
Shaq
unruly
was-
fans, or
well,
the
Shaq was
fact
in-
that the
Shaq was
the
insinuating.
Clippers are doing better than maybe some people expected.
You know, yeah, you brought that up too. I actually take my L though. I accept responsibility for the things I say. Shaq just gets mad about it.
Shaq got angry. Nestor declined any sort of responsibility.
At least I acknowledge the fact that the team's getting blown out. And instead of yet to talk about the Heat so far in the show.
Well, I didn't make the TikTok video saying they're
Nestor, I pray to God the Dolphins are awful next season. The one thing I can agree with you with, and you refuse to take like ownership of, what is this thing?
And then Shaq.
I hope Homegirl pulls every one of your teeth out next dentist appointment. Like, anyway, next subject. This man trying to start a beef with the only man agreeing with him on the NFL. I mean NBA.
This is the last
Let's
video.
talk about the draft. Shaq's getting upset.
Yeah, this man is trying to call me out of my own shit. But
A little heated here.
He's got a nuclear reactor on top of his shoulders right now.
Nestor, it won't affect you, but it will
We're about
destroy us.
we're about to have a Chernobyl incident over here.
Swear to God. Anyway.
Last video, Malin posed the question of how many QBs will be drafted in the first round this year. We have I guess you say a plethora of quarterbacks in the first round.
A lot.
So 7 M Tone says this is legit. Outside of 3 teams, there isn't a real need of quarterbacks. I feel like it's a pretty good consensus of the whole thing, which is basically what you were saying more or less. Like at the top of the draft, when the first quarterbacks will go, and then after that, we'll kind of get into the et cetera point after that.
I did go bold with saying there'd be 5 picked.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, yeah, that is a lot.
So for him to be like, that's legit, there's not a huge need, that kind of sounds weird to me. Because if 5 quarterbacks get picked in the first round, there are needs.
There are. Well, I wouldn't say that there's needs. I think there's more so teams that are just reaching for.
Well, yeah, people are definitely going to reach.
Optimistic.
Anyone that picks Anderson, Levis, or Hooker, in the first round, you're reaching. None of them should have a first round grade.
Right.
Anthony Richardson has not even a full good year under his belt.
Right.
He won the combine. That's cool. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. DK Metcalf, he's pretty good. I don't think he's necessarily lived up to all the hype. I don't know if G Money would agree with me on that. All the talent in the world infuriates the shit out of us sometimes with some of them drop passes. But he also gets sacked more than anybody else.
Yeah.
The Levis, first of all, no one knew who he was until after the season. So that's not good because you had a full football season. No one knew who you were till afterwards. They decided, you know what? We got all these black quarterbacks. We need a white quarterback that we can talk about. So they brought up Levis.
What school did he go to?
Kentucky.
Oh, he was Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Okay.
So, I mean, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
White quarterback from Kentucky. They needed somebody. With Young and Stroud and Hooker and Anderson, they're like, we need a Daniel Jones to talk about. So, and then Hooker, he's like 65 years old.
Yeah, he's like
he's old.
Black-braided weed.
Black-braided weed.
Yes.
60-year-old quarterback out of Georgia, was it Stetson?
Or you had
yeah.
And you had there was Chris Winkie won a national championship with Florida State when he was like 28, and then played for the Carolina Panthers back in the day. So, but they never work out
in the first round.
Yeah, they took him in the first round. So I mean, I don't know. It'd be like
I gotta throw this out there. Anthony Richardson. When's the last time a Florida Gator worked out at quarterback?
Never.
Come on. What are we talking about?
First.
Like Kyle Trask.
Kyle Trask.
Stop it. Just stop it. They
I mean,
believe
really, when
in him.
you
They
look at
believe
it,
in Trask
I
so much
mean,
they picked up
You
Baker
got
Mayfield.
C.J. Stroud. When was
Right.
the last time an Ohio State
That's
quarterback
a good point.
worked
When was
out?
the last time Ohio State worked
I mean,
out?
Justin Fields ain't working out. They want him to really bad. They
do.
keep pushing him on it, but he's not working out. It's weird because you have like those. I mean, hell, even Alabama. Like Jalen Hurts just got all this money, but name another Alabama quarterback that's like balling out.
Mac Jones, baby.
I mean, I would have gone Tua before Matt Jones.
you got like 3
Scissorhands.
quarterbacks that came out of Alabama in the last 3 years. Jalen Hurts. Jalen didn't he go to Oklahoma after
He did.
for his graduate season or something? So you've got Jalen Hurts, you've got Tua Tagovailoa, and you've got Matt Jones. And
Baker.
No,
I mean,
was Oklahoma.
you got to look at Bryce Jones and Tua being pretty similar as far as size and weight wise. So if you're going to take Bryce Young, and I don't know if Houston's going to do that. Houston may well go with
Carolina's
Will
taking
Anderson or with Jalen Carter. And they may think, you know what, we'll go with Mills at quarterback this year because next year we'll be in the top 5 or top, and we'll take our quarterback.
If you're
Because then
Houston-
you've got the kid out of USC, Caleb Williams, coming, and you've got, of course, our guy, Penix, out of UW. And there's probably going to be 2 or 3 other people that'll ball out and people start talking about him.
Well,
So
that's-
you don't necessarily have to, if you don't believe in one of these quarterbacks, you don't have to take him.
Yeah.
There's not a gun to your head. I mean, I always think that you look at the best player for your team. And if Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud or Anthony Richardson or Levi isn't that guy, but that guy is Jalen Carter or Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson or who's the cornerback, Porter Jr. If that's your guy, then that's who you take.
I I will say this though, that
I think
I don't think that, like, yes, Houston might not take a quarterback, but Carolina and Indianapolis are taking quarterbacks. Those two are going to for sure. It doesn't. I don't know really what's going to happen after that, and it really makes me nervous because I really don't want us to draft a quarterback at 5. G Money and I have talked about this a lot. We don't want a quarterback at 5, right, G Money? We want defense.
No, we've got Gino on a team friendly deal, and as you guys mentioned earlier in the show, these deals that you're signing your rookie quarterbacks to in their 4th year are just insane. And we can take someone. He's going to sit behind Gino probably this year, and if he doesn't advance, then you just wasted that pick. If he doesn't get better, you sit him, you have him learn the system, and he just doesn't get it.
So I'm gonna.
I mean, we picked up a quarterback in the 3rd round. The Patriots picked up some guy, I don't know. What was his name in the 6th round? Some Brady kid?
Oh, 199?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can do that. If you've got a really good system, you don't have to take a quarterback in the 1st round. I don't think Carolina has a good system. We all know Houston doesn't. And pretty much,
but this is why
my guess is Indianapolis at 4 is going to take
they're going.
Bambi Shimmers out of the Spearmint Rhino because the owner there was doing coke off her belly button 2 weeks ago.
Jesus Christ. Here's why I still think that you're going to have 5 quarterbacks taken in the 1st round, okay? So starting at pick number 10, here are teams that are picking between 10 and 23, okay? You got New Orleans. They don't have an answer at quarterback. Derek Carr is not the answer. Tennessee. You got Green Bay. Is Love really the answer? Washington. Do they really have a quarterback? The Tampa Bay. I do think it's funny that Miami forfeited their pick. And then Baltimore and Minnesota at 22 and 23. And then you still got the Giants at 25.
That's almost 140 points from Milwaukee.
So that's like 6 or 7 teams that could reach for somebody.
I gotta pee because if I don't start to work,
this man,
I can't be here.
The lack of
my eyes is drunk as a motherfucker.
Professionalism. Oh, this man.
Yeah. My only comment on this is if Houston does not take a quarterback, at what point do you say enough is enough? Because it seems like every year they're like, all right, next year's draft, some good quarterbacks there. It's like always next year we're going to finally plunge.
Well, they've done this before, though, where they don't pick. I mean, back in 2006, the pick that everyone thought they should have made was Reggie Bush, and they picked up Mario Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, "What the?"
Yeah,
and that was like the number 1 pick.
Right.
They have a tendency of going against the grain. Now they shouldn't. They should, but is a quarterback really going to help them?
No, unfortunately, probably not.
Is a quarterback going to help them in the next 5 years with the deficiencies they have on that roster? No, because
maybe because they're going to have 2 picks each. The next 3 drafts because they've got Cleveland's this one and 3 picks after that. So they could bundle those picks and move up to the top. I mean, they don't necessarily. Like I said, Houston does not necessarily have to take a quarterback in this draft, or at least in the first round,
because they're going to be in the top 10 the next 3.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So they could. So next year, and they may look at the quarterbacks right now and go, you know what? I don't like any of them. They're not going to win me anything, and I'm still going to be in the same position. So why don't I take a defensive player, though? Houston screws things up so bad it's like a really, really bad porno movie.
You mean like
they could land up taking like a wide receiver or something, and you're going like, what the fuck?
No,
No, I mean, because they're so bad, and because they're probably going to be bad this year, they don't necessarily have to take a quarterback. They could wait till next year and get in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes and bundle their 2 ones next year and a 1 the following year if they're in the top 5 to move up to number 1 and take him.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were them, if I'm not in love with one of these quarterbacks and thinking that he is going to be my savior, then I take someone who I think will, and more than likely, you go defense. But we've all seen Houston. We've seen what they've done from the moment they came back into the league. And they've drafted great players. They just really haven't had great teams. And some of that has to be with ownership. I mean, not good GMs, not good coaches. I mean, we all forget that at one point they had David Carr at quarterback. They had Hopkins. Man, they offensively, defensively, they were a good team. They just couldn't get past it. And then, if you don't have good personnel to run your team's not going to be good. It doesn't matter who you draft. And I still don't think Houston has the coach that they want. They'll probably hire him next year, fire this guy, and hire someone else, hire the person they really want, because they'll figure everybody forgot what was, Cade McNown, wasn't that the guy they wanted as their head coach last year, who basically got 1 season of coaching his son's, flag football team, freshman high school team, I think it was, that he'd actually coached, and it's like they wanted him as their head coach.
we start
Tell me
talking
that
about flag
something's
football?
not right with that whole with ownership.
All right. Well, we'll see what the Texans do. It's gonna be interesting because I don't know if they draft the quarterback, they draft one. If they don't, they're gonna be in the top 5.
That's true.
They will be.
Cracking me up.
What? What are we?
Okay. Let's bring it back in here. Let's get into the ride or die in 5, shall we? This is where we make our betting picks for the next week in sports. Playoff edition here, NBA playoff edition. So last week, not a very good week for most of us. Malin was the only person that went positive.
It wasn't even that good for me. I was only 3-2.
Hey, 3-2, they're still making money at the end of the day. It's a little bit of money.
Depends on how much.
It's making money. He is overall 166 and 112. That's plus 54. I went 2-3, 179 and 140 plus 39. Shaq also went 2-3. He's 166 and 147 plus 19.
The fact that Shaq and I are tied again, I kind of feel like this is.
I'm back
you guys
and
are
forth.
tied again.
It's kind of taking away the luster of me.
Right.
At one time.
That's a goal.
G Money, he also went 2-3 last week, 83 and 74 plus 9. And then Nestor, he went 1-4 last week.
Good.
57 and 52.
You know, if Shaq and G Money were to pick the Heat to win next game, I guarantee you the Heat will win. The way it's been going lately,
I
they're gonna have the.
I don't want to hear
this man.
that heat out of your mouth. First of all, let's start with that.
This man just wants you to
Shaq, go
pick
ahead
the
and pick
Lakers.
Go ahead.
He just wants you to pick the Lakers. Like
Shaq's Laker record is
like
pretty
Nestor
pristine.
has Nestor has
and if
some
Shaq
sort of
picks the
love
Lakers-
affair with the Lakers.
Look,
If
according,
Shaq picks the Lakers, they're winning definitely.
According to y'all, the
your
Lakers-
401k, your wealth builder,
your
your
kids' college
SMP,
fund.
anything. You can bet.
According to y'all, the
They're gonna
Lakers
win.
wouldn't even made the postseason.
No one here.
What are you talking about? I was saying they were going to make the playoffs after the All-Star break.
I was saying after the beginning of the year that the Lakers were going to make the postseason.
But no one
No, you
believed
were
it when they had
not.
Russell Westbrook.
No one said that
But
at the
it
beginning.
ain't my
of the
fault.
Year.
Here they are now.
At the beginning of the year, nobody in this show is that dumb to be like, yeah, the Lakers going to make
He just hitched his wagon
that. He
to the
did,
Lakers. He just unhitched on the Oregon Trail. The Heat got syphilis.
I mean,
They're about to die.
Have you seen the people
He's
on
going,
the Heat?
going to the Lakers now.
That's probably why
Let's-
AD's so weak because he got.
All right, so let's talk.
Let's start off with tomorrow night's game, Game 3 of the Warriors and Kings. This one's back at the Chase Center. Let's Ahmil, you can go ahead and go first. This is your team. Who is winning tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I think it's going to be a close affair. I think Golden State somehow pulls out one win against Sacramento, and it's going to be that opener at the Chase Center. I got them winning by. It's been close games, so I'll give them winning by 4 or 5 points.
That's the Warriors winning by 4 or 5?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Shaq.
I am gonna go with the Kings winning this one. I say the Golden State won't win till the next game coming up after this one, but I say the Kings win another game just to solidify that they got the Golden State's number, and so yeah, that's what I got going on. Justify that Golden State won't see.
Let me make this a little easier. Is anybody else going with the Warriors?
I'm taking the Warriors.
You're taking
Yeah,
the Warriors.
I am.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
taking the I am.
I
am.
So-
Well, hold on. This is why I'm taking the Warriors. Okay, they are the prototypical team to play so bad on the road, and then when everybody doubts them, they get up for one game. Damn it. They get up for one game, and Steph Curry is not just going to roll over and be a bitch.
Right.
And you got two shooters in Curry and Thompson that could just lay it down. Maybe not as good as Milwaukee did on the Heat tonight, but they can lay it down pretty good. And so that's why I think that you got Sacramento going into that game with all of the highs of, man, we've done it, first time 17 years.
Right.
That Oracle Arena. If you think Sacktown's loud, give the Oracle Arena a reason to be loud.
Right.
And I think Golden State's going to do that.
G Money and Nestor, you guys are also going with Golden State?
Yeah. Yeah, I just think now I agree that I think Golden State wins at least one game at home, and I believe it's going to be this one. In deference to our guest, I don't think Draymond Green is that big a deal. I mean, points wise, he did score 6 points before he got ejected out of this last game. The game before that, it was 8 points. I mean, he's not a threat offensively. Defensively, he plays well, but I think he gets in the head of the other players. But even that, I think, with Sacramento at home, they're like, whatever. But they're going into Golden State, and I really think that this game, Golden State wins. It's a close game, and I'll definitely agree with everybody. It's going to be a close game. It's not going to be golden. It's not going to be like the Milwaukee Miami game.
I love little ribs.
We can go without mentioning my team. Thank you.
Nestor.
Yeah, Curry hasn't really, I think, shown up. He's shooting like 9 out of 27 from the 3-point line. So I don't think he's shown up, but he's gonna show up in this game. They're at home. I think to win, they gotta go all out offensively, and that's what they're gonna do. So yeah, Golden State.
I'm rolling with Shaq here. I'm going with Sacktown on the road. Everything you guys are saying is very valid. It would make a lot of sense for the Warriors to win this first game at home.
I know I gave you some cause for pause.
You did.
The moment you said that, I was like, he's thinking. He's thinking.
But I think the Kings are just a better overall team. And without Draymond, I mean, the Warriors are definitely a different team with him missing. I'm going to go with Shaq. I think that the Kings, I think they sweep the series at this point. It's kind of contingent on this game. So
see, that's your other mistake. Don't say the word sweep. Look what happened to me last week.
That just doomed us.
Look what happened to me last week.
So Jalen thinks
I said-
Sacramento's gonna.
I said sweep
State.
game one.
Yes.
Phoenix was like holding my beer.
Sweep.
I was like, damn, that was quick.
So that is that.
Like couldn't even go up 2-0 for the drop on.
Moving on to the next game here, Cleveland and the Knicks. Let's start off with Nestor here. Who do you like here for Game 3?
I'm gonna keep this simple. I'm tired of I'm tired of picking Cleveland because I feel like the Knicks have them figured out.
Really? After
Yeah,
game two,
I
they
do think
figured
they
it
have
out?
them figured out.
Okay. They figured out how to lose.
I think in New York, what's his man? Julius Randle.
That's him.
Yep.
Man's a beast. Just don't count out the Knicks, man. I mean, if you look at the matchups, like the Knicks have whooped their ass on numerous times. So I'm not too sure in Cleveland anymore. Honestly, so I'm going Knicks.
Okay.
You guys thought I was gonna go with Cleveland.
I have no idea what you
Well, I
were
mean,
doing
everything he just said was like he should have gone.
Right.
Like he has no faith in Cleveland after they just whooped the Knicks' ass, and the Knicks got him.
That's
figured
enough,
out.
man.
I don't know. G Money, what do you think?
The Knicks are 3-1 at home against Cleveland. Give me the Knicks.
There you go.
That was easy. Shaq.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Cleveland. I have faith in them. I don't have much faith in the Knicks going through. I congratulate them for making it this far, but Cleveland on the whole, let's go ahead and meet them.
Congratulations. I'm gonna go with the Knicks here. I think they're back at home. They got their shit wrecked last game. I think they'll bounce back and have a very good game back at home here. So give me the Knicks. Go ahead, Malin.
Unlike the ass whooping that he just took,
right.
And I don't think they're going to rebound from it. I do think that the Knicks
I don't know
are
what
going to
else to do with
rebound
this.
from their L that they just took from Cleveland, and so
I don't want to hear nothing.
Well,
I don't want to hear nothing from you, Nestor.
I just like when you're when we were watching the Cleveland game, and G Money and I were watching it. Like the Knicks just nothing was going their way.
Right.
But like it's not indicative of who that team is. They don't normally just lay over, roll over, and take it like other teams do in the South.
Some other teams do that.
And so I'm gonna take the Knicks on this one.
Alrighty. Othniel, I would be shocked if you took somebody else but your Knicks.
Shaq is so mad. Okay, can we just point out just real quick that this man has two teams? Like we didn't.
Yeah, one on the West Coast, one on the East.
Yeah, I grew up a Knicks fan. Like I said, as I grew older and learned more about basketball, I was like,
He knew better.
we all
He's
know
like,
about-
he's like, I need to
we all
enjoy
know
some
about the
winning
New York dark
at
years.
some point.
We
It's
gotta
been
win
dark
something.
since the 70s, man. Stop it.
It's dry here on Broadway, but I will have to go with
Right
the
down here in
Knicks.
Miami too.
Going
We
Knicks.
have we got Julius Randle. Now, I will say, I'm not a Julius Randle fan. I think that personally,
okay.
Julius Randle kind of holds the team back.
Damn.
Based off of like how he plays, it's not like your average. Because he's a 4, he doesn't really play like a 4. He's always out on the wing.
Right.
And then when it's time for him to post up, he can only do it on people that have a smaller frame than him. So like that's why he's been bullying Evan Mobley and Jared Allen.
Okay.
Last game they got their shit rocked by Darius Garland. I don't think that happens again. Because that was just a random Darius Garland sighting. But like G-Money said, Knicks are 3-1 against the Cavs at home. I think personally they also do have their number. They locked them up game 1. Of course, Cleveland has to come out game 2, rock them back. So I think this is 2 easy dubs back at the Garden, both Game 3 and Game 4.
Okay.
And we ride into Cleveland with a 3-1 lead.
Okay. I like the confidence.
These next two should be quick.
Yeah, come on now. Let's go ahead. Saturday night, Milwaukee at Miami for Game 3. What's up?
Nestor,
Let's
go
start with
ahead. Nestor, go ahead.
Man, I think the Miami Heat are gonna. I think they're gonna wake up a little bit because this was embarrassing. I think they're gonna wake up a little bit. They're gonna realize they're not playing basketball. They're gonna come out and actually like say, you know what? Let's not get embarrassed. Let's play some ball. I don't know if Giannis is coming back for that game.
It wouldn't matter.
But you know what? I think Miami Heat, they're gonna play some great ball. So Milwaukee.
I knew that was happening. I knew that was happening. This man always hype up the team he thinks is gonna get the shit kicked in. That's so good.
Got him again.
I'm taking Milwaukee.
Malin has a brain. I'm also taking Milwaukee. Othniel, who are you taking?
We're going Milwaukee.
Of course. G Money.
Yeah, let's go with Milwaukee. I mean, I think it'll be a lot closer game than this last game. I really do. But let's not forget that the reason Miami won the first game wasn't so much that Giannis went out, is that they were freaking on fire from 3-point land. I mean, they made more 3 points. That their percentage for making 3 points that game was higher than what they did the whole season. I mean, they were just it was like for one game they couldn't miss.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think, you know, I do think that this game will be closer than the last game. I don't think it'll be like this blowout where people are jumping off the balcony because they're down by 30 at half.
Damn.
But I still think that they lose. And I don't think Giannis plays. I think they sit him out for game 4, maybe game 5.
He ain't come back to the next series.
Yeah, come on.
You don't need him when you got Brook Lopez.
You let Brook Lopez keep hitting 28 points. The fact that everybody was hitting threes, yet he was still the leading scorer for the Bucks.
Right. That goes to show.
They took the mop out of the janitor's hands, threw him up there in the corner, and said, "Shoot this brick." Bam, made it. Another minute.
The fact that y'all said Shaquille go ahead and then y'all continue on a rant for a little bit after that.
honestly forgot you were here, Shaq.
Go ahead.
I mean,
see
right
in
now
the
Miami
peripheral.
fans are returning all their jerseys.
Who's winning on Saturday night?
Well, first of all, first question: where's this game being played at?
It's in
Miami.
So I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody else. And as a matter of fact, fuck you, Nestor. Fuck everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and take Miami. I'm gonna say they're gonna come back with a vengeance and win this game because they gotta win more
Miami's
games.
gonna win.
Don't you talk to me because
I'm
I
gonna
ain't
be
trying to hear
wrong,
none
but
of
Miami's
y'all
gonna
for the
win.
rest of this show. Miami has to win at least one more game in this series. I say it's this game right here in Miami. They're gonna win this game and come through.
He took the headphones off.
I do not care what y'all gotta say to me. Y'all can talk all you want. I can't hear it. Especially Nestor. I say Butler comes back at the bench and scores like 45 points coming into the series.
They're about to be 2-1.
I can hear your voice, Nestor, and I don't want to hear it.
Just want to say that I had Nestor and Shaq's picks already predetermined. I already knew where they were both going.
I have to be the diehard fan of this show and pick my own team at least at home. As much as they got embarrassed and they piece of shit for losing this game the way they did, who lets a team beat them?
I mean, came out and made you look stupid.
Exactly. Only because if I would have picked like Milwaukee to win this game, it would have been a close game. But because I picked the Heat, they came out embarrassed and scored almost 140 points in this game.
Well,
I think it's because you started talking finals.
Yeah, once you start talking that far ahead.
You went way past.
I'm sorry that I'm trying to be a fan and start promoting my team. I'm trying to be like every other Dallas fan, New York fan. I'm sorry, to our guests, but like I started speaking.
The hell did Dallas do to him?
Dallas,
I don't think there's a single Dallas fan once it got Kyrie Irving. It was like, yeah, we winning.
I mean, like not even that, but like NFL wise, who speak
Cowboys,
who speak who speak Super Bowl from preseason. I'm trying to speak high wise in my team, and this motherfucker come on here speaking negative like hell. But like, go ahead and give me.
As long as Shaq doesn't make a TikTok video, we're winning next game.
And you know what Jalen good do this week coming off of TikTok videos? Who do you think's good? Yeah.
Better do it.
Who's winning game 3?
I want to let you know if we do that, you can get a text message from me about this goddamn second video. You can get a message from me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
If he doesn't do it, I will do it.
Y'all
in my very best Shaq impersonation.
Y'all will have to ban me from this show before I make a video on my own team again.
I'll put on like the biggest damn motorcycle helmet you ever seen in your life, and I'll go ahead and make the pick for him.
And I refuse to defend Nestor anymore for the rest of this playoff series in this NBA.
Well, that's on record now. That Shaq
All right.
is against her.
So another easy one.
Yeah,
You say that, but watch us win this for the next fucking game, and y'all gonna be like,
It's not even what I was talking about. I was talking the next
Sunday
game, Shaq.
Sunday night. Yeah, Boston.
upset. I'm sorry. I'm very emotional right now.
Boston.
Just attacked my
NBA period. I'm sorry. I'm very emotional, right?
Well, you were bloodied up there. There you go.
Exactly.
We have Boston and Atlanta. This is game 4, not game 3. So with that being said, is anybody taking the
Boston.
Hawks in this game?
No, absolutely not.
I think the Hawks are. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Nestor. Save us the time.
What about you, G Money? You take Boston.
You know, the sad thing about Boston is it has a tendency to lose to teams it should never lose to on the road.
Don't pull
And they
it
lost to
out,
Houston.
Man.
They lost to Washington.
Oh, you guys
They
are
lose
losing.
to-
Just so you know.
But my guess is they probably lose game 3 to Atlanta. And
Okay,
then
so
come
you're
back
taking
and
Atlanta.
win this one.
Okay. That's hurt my
I think so. I think, yeah, Boston gets a little overconfident. And,
Okay.
and especially now they beat them twice at home, right? They go down there. They think, well, we don't have to play. We don't have to, we just show up. And they probably lose game 3 in Atlanta. And then this is game 4. They win it. Because they're like, oh, wait a minute. We need to fucking play.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are definitely losing. Game 3.
You just picked Boston.
I know. I'm gonna be wrong.
Jesus.
Anybody else taking Atlanta? I just want to know if anybody's going to go against the popular pick here.
Now I want to go against Boston here.
Damn.
Trae Young has just been looking like
He needs
a
new
shell of
hair.
himself the whole series. He does. He needs to hit up some Bosley, get some more confidence, start shooting the ball.
Rogaine in him.
But I have a brain, and I know that Boston will not be dropping this game. They want to get done with this series as soon as possible.
Right.
I think it's a sweep.
Fair enough. Let's move into the final game of the week here. Monday night, 10 o'clock. Another game 4 here. So just remember, we're jumping over a game for the Lakers and the Grizzlies back in L.A. Shaq, let's start with you, good sir. Who is winning between the Lakers?
Wait, so G Money took Boston for game 4, right?
Right.
Yes, I took Boston.
Really?
Right.
Yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
game 4.
Really?
We skipped game 3.
Right. Because I think they're going to lose game 3.
Yeah. Come on.
But they're going to win game 4. I'm probably the only one that thinks they're going to lose game 3, but I think they're going to go in overconfident and get shocked. Because sometimes that's what they do against bad teams. They get overconfident,
right.
thinking that you don't really have to play, and realizing that you got to play against every NBA team. But anyway, we're going Memphis, LA.
Right.
I'll tell you right now, I'm taking LA.
Okay.
And you guys can go with whatever. I'm not going to even tell you why. It's pretty obvious.
I love it. Shaq.
So my pick for this is jumping to game 4. I say Memphis wins game 3 because Giannis goes out with some BS excuse on why he's hurt. Bruce. I mean, not Giannis, but
Damn.
AD gets
We
bruised.
really do a sports podcast. I promise.
AD gets like
Jesus.
AD bruises the tip of his penis or some bullshit like that. So that's why he's out for game 3.
I don't know what you were doing to do that.
Call him freaking everyone but him.
Okay, so Shaq is taking the Lakers.
Yes, I pick the Lakers
There you
win
go.
game 4. They come back.
You don't have to talk anymore. You just talked about bruising penises and Giannis in the Lakers game. I'm taking the Lakers in game 4. I think that John Morant will be back, but I do think that hand is going to continue to be a problem. And I think that who's 24 for
Dylan Brooks?
Dylan Brooks. I think Dylan Brooks just put the death nail in Memphis in this series. The way that he was talking trash.
I think he pissed off LeBron.
Just first of all, not just LeBron, but it kind of seems like this team takes it uber personally when people talk trash,
Right.
to LeBron.
Right.
And so I think they're gonna just come out and stomp them. And if they don't get it done in game 3, they'll get it done in game 4.
Yeah. I agree. I have nothing more to add there. Give me the Lakers in game 4. Nestor.
I agree. Give me Lakers in game 4.
And Othniel?
I think it was earlier this season that I think LeBron got into it with Bane over the same thing. They were talking trash, and LeBron didn't like it. He was like, "Nah, I don't play that shit. I don't play." And then he just like went to town on their ass that same game. I think the same thing happens for game 3. LeBron comes out, has himself a time, asks Dylan Brooks to guard him personally. They take that game 3. They take game 4. The only way I think it's competitive is if Ja finds a way to handle his hand injury. If he can get some shots dropping early on so that he doesn't have to drive to the basket as much.
Yeah.
I think that works out for them. If they give Tyus Jones some playing time, he's been oddly enough very good with passing the ball. He had 8 assists tonight, so if they can get that going, I think they might have a shot at winning a game, but I don't see it happening. I think Lakers win game 3 and game 4 at Crypto Arena.
Okay. Just want to add that the Timberwolves are only down by 3 points at this point. That is how you come back from a deficit.
That is how you show up in the second half.
Right.
As you say that, they come back within 1. So
when you're getting your back blown out in the first half, does not mean that you need to stay down.
It's called switch positions.
You don't have to just turn over and take it on the other end. You can fight back.
Right. You can.
Not according to my team. According to my team, you just switch positions.
Miami just rolled over and showed them the glory hole. Just
Sorry. What? How do you like it? Have you ever heard the song "Freakin' League"?
Nope, we're done. All right.
So as far as our picks go,
Yep.
Shaq and I took the Kings. Everyone else took the Warriors. At this point forward, all of us took the Lakers. All of us took the Celtics. All of us except Shaq took the Bucks. All of us except Shaq took the Knicks. Would like to add, I think it's kind of funny how those first 3 picks, Shaq somehow took every opposite pick of Nestor. Just throwing that out there. Just putting that out there.
Wait, he took Cleveland?
He did. He was the only person to take Cleveland.
Okay.
In game 3.
Either I am going completely 0 wins going on for
No, you're not. 'Cause I'm winning. You're not.
or I'm going undefeated. That's
You're not going undefeated either, but you're not going over.
I'll tell you what, Boston was not going to disappoint you. Still that out there. You're guaranteed at least 1 win.
That's all I need. If I can go 1 and 3,
Well, it's 1 and 4.
1 and 4. That's all I need.
It's just math.
Damn it.
Okay.
That will do it, folks, for this week's show. again, next week, got the draft coming up. Again, that's Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Going to be
Eastern
amazing.
Time. Should be a very, very good time. It's going to be a little bit of a different show from what you're used to, but hey, once a year, we like to have a good time.
I can't guarantee how much G Money and I will have alcohol will have already consumed before the show.
Because over there, it'll be, what, 5 o'clock?
Yeah, but you know it's Vegas,
Yeah,
so you start
yeah.
early. Sun comes up.
Yeah, I mean, there's no time. Time doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
It doesn't.
I mean, people
the sun
say
goes up
it's
and
8
down.
a.m. You're drinking. I look at it and I'm like, the fuck.
We are.
Who the fuck are you, the alcohol
We're
police?
bringing
Dr. Strange
15 bottles of champagne and 8 bottles of bourbon, and buying another bottle when we get there. And there's only 5 of them, so it's gonna be a good time.
Yes. What day do you guys get there?
We get there Sunday.
So
Yeah.
by what day is the show? Thursday?
Thursday.
By Thursday, man, you got me reserves of the alcohol left over.
Gary and I, G Money, will probably have like yellow eyes because we're going to be in liver failure.
Oh, y'all be getting dialysis by then. Y'all be just y'all be hooked with the machine.
But we're bringing more bourbon this time because last year we actually started to run out. So
I'm never having that happen again.
That pissed us off. We had to
what the hell?
We had to drink less on Thursday.
This is
when we went
called
home on
data analysis. They said
Yeah.
last year we went down. So this year, let's over prepare.
Instead of reducing the amount of alcohol we drank, we just increased the bottles that you brought
it up.
with us.
There you go. Of course.
That's right. And that's exactly what we do.
Damn right. You're not drinking less. You just
In other words,
overcompensate.
if you watch this show, it just means adjust to your alcoholism. That's all I
Right.
request.
That's it.
Fine.
Preparedness.
Yeah, we're like, damn, here it is, Wednesday, and we're running low. We got 2 days.
These
left.
are coming. These
So
are
you know,
coming.
next year. We'll just boost it up a bit.
So can't rely on them waitresses down on the casino floor. There's not as many as there used to be. Takes them a while to get back to you.
That's true.
So, all right. Well, yeah.
All right.
Next week, people. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I expected a
Yeah.
conversation to take a
Guys gotta be
deep
there.
turn, and I was waiting for
Me,
it.
If you
me
want
and
that
Jim
deep
Money
turn,
is
that's
gonna
next
be-
week.
He's gonna be surrounded by bottles.
Honestly, I was fully expecting to make a lot of comments after watching this game, and I'm happy I refrained from making a lot of fucking comments. I hope the Dolphins go underwater next season, and I'm okay with
That's
that.
usually what dolphins do. They go underwater.
And I hope they don't come up for air.
Okay,
I'm
that's-
hoping they come
that
up.
makes more sense. All right, so
I mean,
that does it.
come on, let's be honest. The Heat just aren't that good a team. They
Can we end the
really
show?
aren't that
Joe,
good. of a team.
hit the button. End this fucking
And if
show.
the
I
NBA
don't-
didn't let almost every team into the playoffs, they wouldn't be there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that'll do it for episode 132, people.
I hate this god awful show. This is
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at AFR Sports.
He said hit the button. I don't know if he was talking about ending the show or hitting a nuke. I don't know.
I'm okay with both.
We will talk to you all next Thursday. Thank you for watching, listening.
As long as the first city hit by the nuke is Miami, I'm okay.
We'll see y'all.